but the umpire holds the ball up high. We're all set now to begin this clash between Central District and Glenelg. Grant Coffey.
Griffiths up against Scholar in the tap. Griffiths gets the ball down to Backwell wrapped up in the tackle, and the umpire's going to come in straight away and bounce it down once again right in the centre of the ground. Glenelg kicking to the high school end. As Doug mentioned, Matty Golding named it full forward starting on the interchange. Scholar up against Griffiths. Scholar gets his hands down, finds Matty Slade. In goes the Glenelg players laying on a tackle. Sujay Cook was the one in there. And the umpire's going to come down and have another bounce down. The third one in a row in the centre cricket pitch here at Glenelg Oval. Ball goes down, players coming after it. Hardwick goes in, tries to crash his way through, can't get through. Rugby stolen. Doug, he'll be looking to get his way back into the power side.
Well, he will. It's pretty competitive getting those places. We know that the power, of course, have dropped Big Brendan late. He's playing with South Adelaide today, and I believe Michael Doughty will be too, and then catching a plane to go across to Perth. So he's got a busy weekend, but certainly South Adelaide are pretty happy with both the Adelaide and also the Port Power teams for those selections. Bounce up now in the centre of the ground. Up go the big blokes once again. It's Scholar getting his hand to the ball, not giving the 21st birthday celebrant much of a chance there in Michael Griffiths. And the umpy has come in and called for another bounce. Goodness me. There is certainly, if this was cricket, I reckon he's already had his 2 bounces.
As the umpire comes in once again, can we clear the cricket pitch? Griffiths taps the ball down, comes out towards Marnie, he can't take it. Players going after it, Cree goes in there for the Bulldogs. And once again, no player can get the ball away. And Paul, has there been a stat on the board at this stage?
Yes, 3 hit-outs to Centrals and 2 to the Tigers.
Thank you very much.
Okay, why don't we take an AFL score with Tick Zweck? Hello, the umpy's paid a free kick. Tim Piper's paid a free, but first of all, let's get an AFL score. Here's Tick Zweck.
Okay, Doug, at the MCG, it's the Kangaroos over Carlton at quarter time. Kangaroos 7 straight, 42 to Carlton, 4-4, 28.
Hopwood kicks the ball in long to the goal square for Central. Shells down there. In comes Cochrane on the left foot. Oh, great touch over the line there by Mules. Was a certain goal there as Cochrane went onto the football, went around on the left boot, but Mules chopped it off for the Glenelg side. So that's the first score today. Central's 1 behind, and Doug, good signs there by Central's getting the ball out of the centre.
Yeah, they did it very, very well, but we were wondering if this was going to be a kickless game there for a moment as Sherwood has the ball. It is an absolute shocker of a kick. It must have just hit the toe of his foot, and it's landed right in the hands of a Central District player, well within kicking distance. He'll kick from 40 metres, 45 metres, and the boy going back to have that kick right now is
Marco Bello.
It is Marco.
It is Marco. I thought he looked a bit taller out there, but Marco, as we all know, is he's quite a small player. Beautiful kick normally. The left footer, in he comes, kicking towards the Northern end, and that is no mistake there. The marketing manager at Central District. He's put it through for a major, the first one of the afternoon, and a good one too. Central District, 1 goal, 1-7. Glenelg yet to score. Special comments from Tim Cook.
Yeah, just a costly mistake in the back lines there by a pretty experienced Paul Sherwood. And if you're going to do that against Central Districts, they're going to make you pay, and Marco Bello did just that. And let's hope we don't have the dozen bounces to get the ball out of the centre square this time.
And Pinozzo off for Glenelg, Ty Allen on, and he's gone straight to that man in Marco Bello. Umpire puts the ball down, Scholar dumps the ball, comes out to Symes in his first game. That's a good looking kick down to the goal square. Prokopek, can he take it? He can't. Shell goes in there. Oh, Glenelg player nearly had his head ripped off. Play on's the call. Ty Allen is in there, picked the ball up, but the umpire is going to come down and bounce the ball down 25 metres out from the Central District's goal, directly in front, and Glenelg kicking to the high school end, Doug, and the umpire comes in, bouncing the ball down. Prokopek playing his first game, goes up for the ball, and it's going to be a free kick. It's off the ball, is it? Waiting on the umpire now. It is a free kick, and it's going to go to Matty Slade. It was against Backwell, so it was just off of the ruck contest. So Matty Slade is going to come in and try to put Central's second goal on the board. It'll be a great start for Central's now. Slade, wasting no time, comes in as a chip shot. He put it straight through. He's kicked it right into the middle of the Central's cheer squad. And that's another goal to Central Districts. Takes them to 2 goals, 1-13 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. Cookie, great start to Central's.
Yeah, another good start to the Rovers, the Central side. Slade chipping in this time, and again another costly free kick in front of goal. And pretty sure the Glenelg coaching box will be pretty irate with that, Doug.
Central District 2 goals, 1-13. The Bays, Glenelg yet to score. Let's go round the grounds thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. And first up this afternoon at Richmond, here's Ian Bone.
5.5 minutes gone at Bridgman, and it's West 1 goal. It's 6 points, leading Norwood 1-3 behind. Now here's Mike Arms at Whitfield. Yeah, we're at 5 6 minute mark of the first quarter, and Hayden Skipworth is lining up for Justin Sigalala is lining up for his first goal. First goal of the game. The Eagles are no score, and the South are no score. I'll just stick with it if you don't mind. Sigalala. And he has put it through the middle, so we have the Eagles 1 goal, 6 points, leading South no score. Back to the bay.
Good on you, Mike. And Ian will have those score updates right through the afternoon. Here in our game, we have played just on 5 minutes of the opening quarter. It's Central District 2-1-13. Glenelg yet to score. Action aplenty down here at the bay. Oh, there was a kick across the ground, intercepted by Hardwick. But his hand pass was a shocker. Another shot for goal by Central District offline. It's one of the Gowans boys.
James.
I'll call it James. They've both got the short hair. They've still got the similar faces though, and he's put it through for a minus score. It's been all Central District in this opening 6 minutes, and Central's 2 goals to 14. They are leading Glenelg yet to score.
And it's a great match-up on the wing, Cookie. Young Brad Symes up against Matthew Bode. The first game are up against an AFL listed player. Should be a great contest.
Yeah, Symes is certainly going to learn a bit today, and a good young kid too, Brad Symes, with a big future in front of him.
Colpert now about to bring the ball in for the Bays. Goes straight down the middle of the ground. Finds his player there in Mules. He'll be looking to move it on quickly. Does so. Comes out to Nearly. Nearly running through half back. Goes long with a kick down towards Statham at centre half forward. Can't take it. The ball hits the ground. Players going in after it. Cranston gets it. Handball's out. Also Mansfield goes in. Gets a little handball out to Sunjay Cook. Quick kick down towards the goal square, but it's gone out of bounds on the full. 5 metres round from the behind post. Off to Hyde's got the free kick, plays on quickly. He's had one bounce in the goal square. He's going to have another bounce. Running in front of the scoreboard there. Goes long with the kick. It is a terrible kick. It's gone straight to his Bay opponent. And just trying to pick up, looks like it's Sherwood on the outer side of the ground. On the half-forward flank there for Glenelg. Just holding up play now. Just waiting for options. Now the players, umpires called play on. It's actually Marnie. Marnie comes in with a kick. Goes in short to Colbert at centre half forward. He's standing on Hay. He is a thumping kick, Colbert. He'll put this in the goal square. He decides to go short. He's got Statham on his own. Poor checking there by the Central defenders. And Statham will go back now and have a shot for goal. He'll be kicking from about 48 metres out directly in front. And Cookie should have no trouble with the distance.
Yeah, there's no real win factor here today, Coff, but just watching Central's in that passage of play, zoned off their back lines, and Glenelg are going to have to use a guy from 45-50 out to get a shot on goal.
So Statham now coming in, having a shot at goal. He's going to make the distance, just a matter of accuracy as it drifts off to the right of the point post, to the goal post, and that is a behind. The first score on the board for Glenelg. Central's 2 goals to 14. Glenelg 1 behind on the Beechwood home scoreboard.
Tyson Hay to bring the ball in. Looking for options. He's normally a beautiful kick. Another one of those left footers. They look good. And I'm sure Tim Cook is nodding his head, saying we certainly do.
And with the white boots too.
And with the white boots, I tell you what, Gerard Bennett has started a trend here. And Central District push the ball further forward, midway between the wing and the half back line. It's out of bounds on the outer side of the ground in front of that sizable crowd here at Glenelg. It's a very, very good crowd here, and we're certainly looking forward to this game. Lots of players pushing for AFL berths. There's Josh Marnie out there near that toss-in. You've got Matthew Bode, of course, who was very, very close to getting called up to the Crows. There's the throw-in. Up they go. Big leap there from behind by Elijah Ware. Just a midget by comparison to the ruckman. Big 21-year-old Griffiths. It's his birthday today. Tries to tap the ball on, but it's a free kick here to Centrals on that half-back flank, and Matty Slade goes back and will take that free kick. And he comes there, gets it across here to Sivanada. Sivanada, who's really made a name for himself the last few games. And I'm talking about toward the end of last year, playing in defence. He goes down towards the wing. It's picked up by Backwell. A nice hand pass this time across to Nearly. It's a wobbly old punt kick, and Paul Sculler dropping back. Across half-back has taken the mark for Central District.
Sculler crosses the ground, found Matty Slade running off half-back. Now had one bounce, he's dropped the foot, he goes in, picks it up again, goes long with a kick down towards half-forward flank. Oh, that's a great mark there by Griffiths, the big fella celebrating his birthday today. And no doubt he'll be come under strong consideration by the AFL clubs. He is a giant, this young fella, and a big improver. Going back now, who'll kick long for Glenelg, does so going towards centre forward, looking there towards Mules, but over the back, a good mark there by Optahide. on the half-back flank for Central Districts. And off to Hyde, who missed out on the grand final side last year, Doug. He'll be looking to make amends today after missing out on a premiership for the Dogs. Goes in short there to Chris Gowans with the shaved head today. Both the Gowans boys just holding up play now. Colpert standing the mark. Decides to go to the outer side of the ground. Plays on now. Chris Gowans goes long with a kick. Goes long down towards Gowans. He can't take it. It's going to be a free kick, and it's Shell up against Simon Nicholas. And Nicholas, Doug, he was fantastic last week.
Played a great game last week in defence. As it's Shell down at the bay. It seems to go together as he got the ball across to the centre, taken by Sculler across to Hopwood, the acting captain. He was bumped as he kicked, but he's found his teammate there in James Gowans. And he played the 4 games at St Kilda, played a lot in the reserves, and what a wonderful player he's been for Centrals, and that is a beautiful pass. His skills along with his brothers are immaculate, and he's found his teammate in Matty Slade, probably the best player on the ground at the moment.
He has been everywhere.
He had 30 possessions last week against Port Adelaide, and he's continued that good form today. But at the 10-minute mark, Doug, it's only a short period of time. We already see Central's running pressure, just setting up opportunities like the one we've got here.
There's the shot for goal, and he's put through his second goal for the afternoon. It takes Central's further ahead. 3 goals to 20, leading Glenelg 1-1-7 on the Beechwood Home scoreboard. And our stats man, Paul Blandis.
Yes, Matty Slade, 4 kicks, 2 marks and 2 goals. Has been very busy today.
Been very, very busy. Let's go round the grounds once again. For National Wireless two-way radio, first up at Richmond, here's Ian Bone.
Yeah, about 12 minutes into the first quarter here, and it's Norwood 1-1-7, leading West 1 straight goal 6. Here's Mike Arms at Woodville. Yeah, 12.5-minute mark here at Woodville Oval in the first quarter. We have Eagles 3 goals, 19 points, leading South Adelaide yet to score back to the bay.
And down here at Glenelg,
there's a blood rule. Doug Bode is off,
Bode
and
is off.
Blatko on. And there's also been another change. Ty Allen is back off, and Panozzo has gone back onto Slade. So they've had 1 goal kicked on them each, and they've spent time on the bench.
Well, the umpy just having a few words with them, no doubt. There's the bounce up now. Big Sculler gets the ball, grabs it, goes with the hand pass. And Hollywood Hopwood, he won't be doing much modelling after that. He's come back and he's about to say something there to his opponent in Cranston. But he's a very hard player, Keith Hopwood, but a very fair player, as he goes across the ground and finds a teammate out there in Cree. Krieg it is now. A long kick. Goes down towards half-forward. Oh, over the back there was Nicholas, up over the back of Shell. It was good to watch too on the defensive 50-metre line there for the Bays, and the ball has gone over-lighted out of bounds. We've got Centrals kicking to the northern end. Naturally, it's Glenelg kicking to the primary school end here at the Brighton Road Oval.
And getting some of his own back there, Cookie, because Shell's always flying over the back of the pack. Says the players come in, it's going to be a Central's free kick, and it's going to be Switala it is, or it's one of the Gowans, it's James. He plays on quickly, and that player in Shell that we just mentioned has taken an uncontested mark, and Nicholas was standing the other mark, and there was a short kick going over the top. So Shell now will be kicking from about 45 metres out on a 45-degree angle. He's on the outer side of the ground, so he's the right side. He is a right footer, so he's not on the right side, just in front of the practice wickets here at the Bay. So Shell would have been one of your teammates, was he, Cookie, at the Crows?
No, he was at Freo when I was there, Cough.
Lovely. So Shell coming in now. It's a good-looking kick. That has gone straight through the middle. That is a fantastic start for Centrals. Takes them on to 4 goals, 2-26. Glenelg 1 behind on the Beechwood Home scoreboard. And danger signs already, Cookie, for the Glenelg side.
Yeah, certainly a good start to Centrals, and they just have that great ability to find loose men in their forward 50. And Glenelg just need to man up a little bit better, Doug, to stop that easy shot on goal.
Back now to the umpy in the centre of the ground. The margin 25 points in favour of Central District. We've only played 13 minutes in the opening quarter, so it's been a sensational start. Umpire puts the ball down. Sculler and Griffiths do battle. The 2 giants, one 203, the other one 207 centimetres. Billy Nearly it is, who hops over his Central District opponent in Bellow. Kicks into centre half forward. It falls out of the hands of Brian Harada. They're on the ground. It was Allison in there for Glenelg. He couldn't get it, but a hand pass came out to Hopwood, showing characteristic courage too. Got it across there to his teammate, and that boy was Symes. On now to Bellow. Bellow goes down towards the half forward line. He centres the ball up. They go! Oh, Mackey there from behind. Couldn't take the mark, though, the boy in shell. Cloud calls the umpire. The mobile phone is ringing here. Have no idea who it is. It's my wife. She should know about the footy. I said I was going there. There's a hand pass that comes out from Chris Gowans, but it's intercepted here, though, by the player in Mules, the deputy vice-captain for Glenelg. His kick, it just sort of dribbled along the ground, but Glenelg have kept possession. They've done it pretty well. Comes back here to Mules, goes, was it Marty, in towards the centre of the ground, and the mark is missed there by the Bays. It was Cranston. A hand pass that came out from Manfield. Fairly sloppy football. They're under enormous pressure, the Bays. Picked up by Bode. That was a wonderful pick-up under pressure. Gets it across there to Mules once again. He centres the ball, and it lands in the hands of Moore. A hand pass came out to Neely. He goes with the left foot. That was wonderful vision. He was able to do it so quickly. Gets it across to Backwell from 55 metres. This looked pretty good. Glenelg 117 on the Beechwood home scoreboard, but still trading Central's 4 goals to 26.
I told you should have done the dishes before you came here today, Dave.
All she needs to do is push the button on the dishwasher. Oh, let's get some special comments from Tim Cook.
Yeah, Brett Backwell just able to slip out there on his own on the wing, and he'd probably enjoy that today. He certainly had a lot of attention last week from Lukey Ivans, and a good finish from 55 metres out for such a small man.
And you would think, Cookie, that's where they're going to get most of their goals, Glenelg, through the midfield today.
They're going to have to today, Coff.
Exactly right. As the ball comes back in, Scholar taps the ball down. Mules is in there for Glenelg. Handball's over there to Culprit. He goes long with a kick down towards Marnie on the half-forward flank. Good ball over the back there by Thomas. Up goes Cranston, taps the ball down, but it falls in the arms of Herrera. Herrera gets it over to Hollywood. Hopwood in turn gets it over there to Zibanola. He goes long with a kick down towards Shell in front. Can't take it. Hardwick dumps the ball, comes out towards Sherwood. Sherwood now has got players on the outer sides. Bow starting to rack up touches, tries to get a handball. No, he's just being held up there by Hollywood Hopwood, and the Adelaide model is just holding up the Adelaide Crows listed player as he plays on quickly. Goes over towards Colquitt now, and he goes in the 1-2, so back, Bode has got it back. Now he goes long with a kick towards Allison. Can he take it? Can't take it. The ball hits the ground. Comes down towards Sujay Cook. Sujay just needs a line and finds it. He put it through. Oh, he's missed it. He dragged it to the right-hand side, and another behind for Glenelg. Takes him on to 1 goal 2-8. Central District 4 goals 2-26, and Sujay Cook should have made more of that cookie.
Should have been a certainty there, Coff, but a bit of passage of play from the Bays, and let's hopefully they can get back into this game.
Central's now bring the ball out, but let's go around the grounds again thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. First up at Richmond, here's Ian Bone.
Okay, here at Broad Spectrum Oval, I think it's about the 16.5-minute mark, although the time clock's hard to read. West just kicked their second goal. They go on to 2 goals straight, trailing Norwood 2 goals 3. Now here's Mike Arms at Woodville. The half-minute mark of the first quarter, we have the Eagles 4 goals 125, leading South Adelaide 1 goal straight, 6 points. Back to the boys at the Bay.
And back here at the Bay, Mike, yes, the ball has just got out of bounds on the half-forward line for Central District. They've done most of the attacking in this first quarter. The Bulldogs 4-2-26, Glenelg 1-2-8. Our stats man, Paul Blandis.
Yes, Heath Hopwood 4 kicks, 3 handballs already, and Slade still on 4 touches.
There's a kick off the ground there. It was one of the Gowans boys. It was Chris Gowans. A kick out from Glenelg, but it's intercepted by Heath Hopwood. Yet another possession. He's rivalling Matthew Slade for best on the ground at this stage. Does so much heavy work too. Now it's picked up here by Bello. He's quickly dispossessed of the ball. It's on the 50-metre line. The attacking line there for the Central District Bulldogs. Umpire Tim Pfeiffer controlling traffic there. And no, it's not Tim Pfeiffer. It's one of the other umps. And coming in to throw the ball up. The big fellas to do battle once again. Up they go. Taken away by Matty Bode. His kick is very, very high in the air. Sujay Cook from behind, but it was knocked away. Taken by Paul Thomas. Came through very strongly. It was good football to watch as he charged his way through. Quickly dispossessed of it. A hand pass from Hopwood again. Comes out to Krieg. And taken away now by Thomas. He goes with that left foot of his. He's got wonderful skills up towards full forward he goes. His target down there was Shell. But the ball will beat all players across the line. Deep in the forward pocket. At the northern end here at the Glenelg Oval. Central's 4-2-26. Glenelg 1 goal 2-8. Let's get some special comments from Tim Cook.
Yeah, Matty Bowe's certainly starting to lift in the centre now, and it's good to see him back on the ball. Let's hope he can continue some good form.
Ball's thrown in, ball comes out there towards Gowans. He gets a little kick off the ground, goes out to Bello, back to Chris Gowans, and he does a little left foot toe plate. Straight through for another goal to Central District. Great work there by the Gowans boys. Takes them on to 5 goals 2. That's 32. Glenelg 1 goal 2-8 on the Beechwood home scoreboard as The player there in Manfield comes off. Blatko goes on, trying to get a bit of spark across half forward, but the Gowans twins, Cookie, always in the play.
Very good looking twins too, Cough they are, with their nude heads. But it's a game of opportunities, isn't it? Sujay Cook at one end misses quite an easy shot for goal, and then down the other end it goes. Marco Bello, little tap, goal to Gowans.
There's the bounce up in the centre of the ground. It's Griffiths who gets the tap out and nearly goes into centre half forward. His kick is ill-directed though, and taking the mark there is big Brian Harada. And we find the bays are certainly falling down as they cross half forward as Centrals bring the ball out. A free kick here though to Glenelg, and the free kick has been paid to Damien Hartwig, the Essendon Premiership player. Of course, we're expecting him to play more football with Port Power this year as he goes short, gets it across to Griffiths. He in turn went with a hand pass, was that nearly in towards the centre of the ground, and Heath Culpit it was who took the mark. Wasn't nearly, I think it might have been, it could have been Mules as Culpit now gets the ball, and there is a magnificent. Now I know the circus is coming to town, and I reckon Brett Backwell is just practising a juggling act here because the ball bounced out. He grabbed it, it bounced out again, I reckon about 4 times, and eventually he did claim it. Wonderful stuff. Just bring on the Lion Tamers next. He's actually on the half. No, he's not on the half-forward line. I was trying to work that one in, but he's actually on the wing. It flew that one as he brings it out towards the half-forward line, and it's Hartwig who's taken the mark.
Thank you very much, Douglas. Hartwig goes in short to Culpit. Culpit's a thumping kick. Will he do that? He does. Goes long with a kick. Looking down there towards Allison. Can he take it? Can't take it. Ball comes to the back of the pack. Josh Marnie. Little tap forward. Comes out to Arnold for Central Districts. Gets a kick forward, but it's ball in the arms of Sherwood, so he's pushed right up the ground. And Central Districts now pushing numbers back. There's only one player this side of centre, which is Prokopek. He goes in short with the kick. It's Panozzo. So Panozzo, who was playing in a back pocket, plays on quickly, has a shot. It's Josh Marnie. Goes to the goal square. Will it go through? Oh, touched on the line there by Arnold. And the big ruckman there got his hand to the footy, and that is another point to the Bays. Takes them to 1 goal 3-9. Central Districts 5 goals 2-32 on the Beechwood home scoreboard.
The action now on the half-back line for Centrals because they've got control of it. It's Symes who went with the hand pass. He certainly does look a ready-made league footballer at this level. We know he's on the power list, and goodness, he's got a wonderful future. The changes are certainly being made here by Jacob Surgeon has just come on.
Jacob Surgeon MD is on the ground.
That's the boy, the Fremantle doctor. Of course, played with the power the first 2 matches as it's taken away now by James Gowan. Swings the ball around over his shoulder. It was almost trapped by Mules in the centre. It was a courageous effort. It's on the centre wicket area. Going through strongly there was Hartwig. Forced into a hurried hand pass. It's as tough for him out here. I think it might be in the AFL. It's James Gowan's magnificent skills. Gets it across to his brother in Chris Gowans. There's his kick. It was ill-directed this time and chopped off here by Mules. Out towards the wing he goes. A hand pass from Marty for Glenelg. They're going to go forward in the centre of the ground. A big long kick there from Neely. He's had a few touches in the centre half forward. The ball comes out of the chest there. It's Statham. Boyle calls the umpire. It's fast. It's furious. It's on the half forward line as Sujay Cook went with the kick there. It was ill-directed. It was taken by Slade, and he finds his acting skipper in Heath Hopwood on the centre wing.
Hollywood Hopwood now on centre wing grandstand side, looking for players there. He has got Prokopek now leading. Also Sherl just holding up play. Decides to go short. Find the player there in Gowans. It's Chris Gowans. Goes long with a kick. Shell up against the player there in Nicholas. Ball hits the ground. Nicholas, great work there. Goes in after the footy. Little left foot kick, but it's a poor one. Chopped off there by Harada. Can he pick it up? The saddle's put on him. He's run into the ground there. Comes out towards Ware. Handball over to Surgeon. The doctor goes long at goal, but he's missed it to the near side for a behind. And his first kick in SNFL football for Centrals has gone through for a behind. That takes him to 5 goals 3-33. Central Districts. Glenelg 1 goal 3-9. Stats with Paul. He hasn't got stats. Douglas.
One of those elite footballers or remembered footballers who kicked the behind with their first kick. In the SANFL, and Marty takes a good falling mark on the half-back line here for the Bays. We'll go around the grounds in just a moment. In fact, I think we'll go now as he goes across the ground and finds Heath Culpit. It's 5-3-33 Centrals, Glenelg 1-3-9. Around the grounds for National Wireless two-way radio. First up at Richmond, Ian Bone.
Just about to end the time on here. We've just seen a miraculous goal kick by Peter Shepherd from West Adelaide. 4 goals to 26. Westies leading North 3-3-21. Now to Mike Arns at Woodville. 25 minutes into the first quarter, we have the Eagles 4 goals 4-28, leading South Adelaide. Still that solitary goal, 6 points. Back to you at the Bay.
Right down in front of us now, we're sitting in the old grandstand, a lovely traditional grandstand this one. not only loved by the spectators, but the pigeons like it too. But they've done a remarkable cleaning job. That's the ground staff here, not the pigeons. I was here on Wednesday, and yeah, they've done a tremendous job, so full marks for them there. Matty Bowe tried to break clear from a pack there, but it's Centrals who knocked the ball forward, and James Gowans. It was great football. It just didn't quite come off, though. He seemed to knock the ball across there in the direction of Arnold, but he's missed it. It's out of bounds. Some stats from Paul Landis.
Yes, Doug, 6 kicks to Billy Neely, 6 touches to Colpert, has taken 5 marks. James Gowans, 6 touches, and Chris Gowans, 7 touches.
Well, certainly the midfielders are playing great football here as it's taken away by Krieg from 60 metres. He's gone short, looks down here for Shell. Oh, I tell you,
here we go.
Here's a chance for Prokopek. Now, this is going to be his first kick. Can he kick a goal? He puts it through! I think it's his first kick. It is. It's his first kick in the SANFL. And I tell you what, now this is interesting. 2 lads have had their first kicks. One's kicked a behind and one's kicked a goal in their first kicks in the SANFL. I wonder how long you'd have to go back to find that out, to find out how recently that's happened.
I know I certainly couldn't tell you, Doug, but well done by Prokopek. He just waited. 2 of the base guys went up to spoil Shell down there, I think it was, and he just waited out 20 metres away and kicked a beautiful goal with his first kick in league football. And we've got Danny Shell coming off with the blood rule after that little infringement in the square.
Yeah, the blood is certainly coming out. Well, it's pouring from him. It looks like 1 or 2 of the scenes in the Passion, not quite as gruesome, but he's making his way now to the bench, and coming on is Adam Swatala. He's going up forward. I can't imagine him playing it in a key position. He's a wonderful little player, Adam Swatala, though. What's the score here? 6-3 to Centrals, 39. Leading Glenelg 1-3-9. Grant Coffey.
Griffiths up against Arnold in the ruck. Ball hits the ground. Slade gets a little toe poke forward. Comes out towards Hollywood, Hopwood, and also Allen. Allen goes off the carpet and has gone for the safety of the boundary line. So it's going to be a throw-in on centre wing outer side of the ground. And Swatala, there's a bit of a mismatch there because he's up against Nicholas in a pocket. And straight away, Swatala has gone to the goal square, so they're trying to, Cookie, expose a bit of pace.
Yeah, Adam Swatala very good at ground level, and with the ball getting slippery, certainly going to find pretty fleet-footed for Simon Nicholas down
Arnold
there.
up against Griffiths. Bello comes in, gets the ball, goes forward with a kick. It's that man Swatala. Gets a handball over there towards Gowans. He has a little kick forward and the goal. Great goal there by one of the Gowans twins. It's James. And straight away, that move has paid dividends because it was Swatala who led Simon Nicholas with the football, picked it up, gave off the handball, and James Gowans came in and put it is his 2nd goal on the board, and that's his 1st goal there, Doug. Chris has already got one. That takes them, Central District, 7 goals 3, Glenelg 1 goal 3 on the Beechwood home scoreboard.
Well, it's been a pretty brilliant start. I think that's probably the best way to put it for Central District. They have just fired. And at this stage, I think it's true to say we haven't seen a Paradise Community Church mark of the day. And conditions may get a little bit slippery too. A little bit of light rain was falling earlier, but certainly not causing great problems. Although looking down here at the terraces in front of us, that rain, it looks like it has been reasonably steady. You think it's dry weather football the way Centrals are playing. That's the beauty thing about the 3 umpires, isn't it? Because the 3rd umpire in that case was Tim Pipe, who did see it around the neck and in fact paid the free kick. There's the kick down towards the half-forward line. Marnie, who's had a few touches now, drops the ball across to Bowe. Bowe with another hand pass. That was a shot from that run. Taken by Tyson Hay, comes down towards the wing. Matty Slade, if he was at fine leg, it would have been 4, but he seemed to recover well enough onto his right foot. It was a hurried right one, and it's gone out of bounds. It's on the half-forward line for Centrals, and they are doing just about everything right at the moment as we go to our stats man, Paul Blandis.
Yes, 8 touches now to Matty Slade and 10 to Heath Hopwood.
7-3 to Centrals, 45. Leading Glenelg, 1 goal, 3-9. We've played 27, almost 28 minutes of the opening quarter. There's the throw it up over the top there was Brad Symes, taken though by Harkwick. Kicks down towards the wing position. It's Hopwood who gets his fist to the ball, got it across to Arnold. He in turn went with the hand pass to Krieg. Matty Krieg into centre half forward. He hasn't got Shell down there to take the mark, but he has got Cowan. It came off his hands. It's taken away there by Harkwick. Umpire says it was held to him. And I think it was a fair decision too. 40 metres out from the Central District goal. There is going to be a bouncer. We'll stay with it here till quarter time. Then we'll go around the grounds and just find out how things are going. Couple of pretty interesting matches with South playing at the Eagles and, of course, West Adelaide playing at Norwood. Special comments, Tim Cook.
Yeah, Glenelg just need to steady and make sure Centrals don't score here. The last thing they need is a goal in time on.
So Jay Cook got the ball, kicked it long to centre half forward. Ball hits the base of the pack. Players going in after it. Cranston's there for the base. Picks it out to Statham. Statham running inside 50. Great tackle there by Arnold. Ball hits the ground. Off the high, goes off the carpet. Kicks it in the direction of Thomas as the quarter-time siren sounds. And it is Central District 7 goals 345. Glenelg 1 goal 3-9 on the Pitman's Marine scoreboard. Just repeating those scores. Central District 7 goals 345. Glenelg 1 goal 3-9 on the Pitman's Marine scoreboard. Goal kickers for Glenelg, Batwell with 1, and for Central Districts, Marco Bello with 1, Chris Gowns with 1, Shirl with 1, James Gowns with 1, Nicholas Prokopek a goal with his first kick has got 1, and Matty Slade, who played very well on the first quarter, with 2. So some good signs there for Central Districts. Cookie, Glenelg need to find some more goal kickers.
Yeah, they certainly.
Favourite the Bulldogs. 64 possessions to Glenelg that quarter, 74 to the Doggies. 21 marks to Central's, 19 to Glenelg. Leading possession winners for Central's, Hopwood 10, Slade 7 kicks, Gowan 7 possessions, while Glenelg, Cook 5 and Hardwick 4.
We're looking at Lucas Herbert hobbling off the ground there. Would have been a wonderful pick-up for the Bays this year.
Great pick-up, Doug. As Cranston now has been moved into the ruck, it's going to be up against Scholar. Ball hits the ground, players going after it. It's going to be Bello. Long kick to full forward, Prokopek. Nearly takes it, play on the call. Comes out to James Gowns. Gets a handball over Surgeon. He's wrapped up on the tackle. Taps the ball forward. Comes out to Ty Allen. Can he pick it up? He does. They've just about pulled his pants off there. Play on the call by the umpire. Holding the ball. Very vicious decision there. And it's going to be a free kick to Symes. And Symes there was the player who came in with a tackle on Ty Allen, and Cookie, that was fairly hot.
Oh, I would have thought Ty Allen could consider himself very stiff with that one, and it's going to result in a shot at goal for Bradley Symes.
So Symes now, the power-listed player, a very good young player, playing his first game of footy today, right in front of the scoreboard, right up against the boundary line. He's a right footer. He comes in, it's a good-looking kick, but I think he's pulled it to the left-hand side. He has from behind. So that's the first score of the second quarter. Central's now 7 goals 4-46. Glenelg 1 goal 3-9 on the Beechwood home scoreboard, and Cookie straight away you can see quick movement through the middle by Centrals.
Yeah, already out of the centre once in this second term, and Glenelg got some work to do in the centre square.
Yes, it is a little bit damper down here than we were thinking, Boney, out there at Richmond, because the umbrellas are up, and not just for decorations either. We find it's going to be the Bays coming out of defence there. A good mark taken by Sujay Cook. Went for the hand pass, gets it across there to his teammate, that boy out there. Long way from here, down towards the wing. Up go the pack, comes off hands. Big Matty Golding was in there. Lumbers after the ball. There's a pack forming. Will they get away with it? Get an open piece of football as Glenelg try to push the ball forward, but it's going to be Tyson Hay coming out of that last line of defence, kicking down towards the wing position, but it's all Glenelg. Went for the safety of the boundary line, and I tell you what, that was the kick of an experienced footballer, as it was James Gowans and Paul Sherwood racing after the ball, out of bounds, midway between wing and half forward, with Central's in attack in front of the old grandstand, in between the two grandstands, in fact, here at Brighton Road.
Going to be Cranston up against Cowan. Cowan taps the ball down, comes out towards Moore. He goes into the soccer, falls in the hands there of Mules. The deputy vice captain goes long. Golding's on the ground. It's out. Hay the mark. Play on the goal. Comes out towards Hay. He handballs back to Thomas. That was a good mark there. Nearly wasn't played. Comes out to where the Central's on centre wing, out of side of the ground. Great work there. Creek has got the foot. He kicks down towards Slade at centre half forward. Moves. Oh! There's a high tackle there on Symes, and the karate chop went to the side of the head, and Bradley Symes is going to get the free kick. It was in the act of kicking, so the ball is going to come back to Symes at centre half forward, and the youngster stood up well. Cookie just took it, but he's going to play on quickly. Comes out there towards Thomas. Thomas runs inside to the centre half forward position, kicks to the goal square, lobs the goal square, the ball hits the ground, comes out towards Hardwick. Oh, good little kick over there. Finds Cobler, comes grandstand side to Sujay Cook. They're moving the ball, go to the Bays in this quarter. Needs to move the ball on quickly as Centrals are pushing numbers back. Goes there towards Flatcake, and he take it. But hey, up the right foot, can't take it. Bays stops footing. Quick kick down to Matty Golding. Matty Golding runs inside. He pulls it up now. He's turning around like the Titanic. Goes in long enough. Then he can't take it. Ball hits the ground. Oh, great work there by Thomas. Kicks to the outer side of the ground. and the ball comes out to Moore.
Moore now, the Bay skipper, kicks the ball off the ground, and I think it might have gone out. Yes, it has. I thought for a moment it had gone out on the full, but the boundary umpire, had a good view of that one. And so on the outer side of the ground, right there with the... Is that a new toilet block in the background?
It is, and it's just...
It is.
It looks new.
It looks new anyway. Looks new, but it's somewhere near the family-friendly area as the ball comes. Oh, there's a lot of courage there by that Glenelg player. He's right at the bottom of the pack, so it's pretty hard to see who he was. And the umpy, just keeping an eye on things, says it is going to be my ball once again. I'm going to try and pick up that player because I thought it was a tremendous amount of courage. And I've also marked down, even though he wasn't paid the mark, Paul Allison, marked it down as the Paradise Community Church almost marked for that. It was actually young Vlatko, Jamie Vlatko, that showed enormous courage there. There's a hand pass, comes out now to Statham. He went with a hand pass. Oh, he put his teammate under enormous pressure in Marnie. And the umpy again says play on, as it is Central District there with a hand pass from Hopwood. Gets it away there to his teammate, goes down towards the wing. The ball's a little bit on the slippery side. Will be taken away here though by Hartwick. He drops the ball in short. Goes with his left foot, the boy, in nearly up towards centre half forward. Comes off hands. Will it be taken here by, it was Allison. But intercepted by Octahide across half-back, brings Central District out of defence, and the mark taken on the wing here by Cowan.
Cowan gives it off to Hay. Hay running through the centre of the ground. Goes long to Prokopek, and he gets... Oh! Can't take it. Ball hits the ground. Miller goes in after it with him. Also, Mules is in there. Prokopek lays on a tackle. Cranston taps the ball out to his teammate's favour there. Moore decides not to pick it up, and the ball is going to go back, and it's going to go on the free kick to Nearly. And it was against James Gowans behind play. Play on he does. Kicks it over there to the captain there in Moore. Moore now looking for options. Centrals are flooding back numbers. Glenelg need to move the ball on quickly when Centrals do this. He does now to Colquitt, but it's only a short little kick right in front of the grandstand here on the centre wing position. He plays on, goes over to the centre of the ground trying to cross play. It could be dangerous. Great ball there by Surgeon. It goes in front of there. Hollywood Hopwood picks it up. In there goes Prokopek. Takes a good mark. And Prokopek 55 metres out from goal. Handballs over there to Hopwood. Hopwood goes to the goal square. And found his teammate there. And great work there by Hopwood. Hollywood Hopwood, a player that you played a lot of football with, Cookie. Just didn't bang away at goal. Found his teammate.
Yeah, he did well. He'd call him Hollywood. His other nickname's Hurricane. There's that many nicknames for the boy, but he runs off beautifully from the half-back flank, and the Bays are just going to have to be a bit more accountable to stop that sort of footy.
And probably one of the best players not to play AFL, as we watch young Ware about to line up. Our stats man, Paul Blandis.
Yeah, we might have leather poisoning at the end of the day. 13th position so far.
As young Ware comes in, there's the kick for goal, and I think it's just snuck in. Yes, it has. Elijah Ware adding to this long list of goal kickers. He becomes the 7th goal kicker for Centrals. They move along to 8 goals, 452. Glenelg 1 goal, 3-9. The Beechwood home scoreboard, and that scoreboard will make our man at Richmond smile. But thanks to National Wireless two-way radio, let's go to Ian Bone.
Yeah, down here at Richmond, I think it's about the 8-minute mark, and it's Norwood 5-5-35. Just got their nose in front of West 5-2-32. Here's Mike Arms at Woodville. The 7 or almost 8-minute mark of the first quarter, second quarter as well, and we have the Eagles haven't added to their score. 5-4-34. South Adelaide 2 goals, 1-13. Let's check out what's happening down the Bay.
And down here at the Bay, there's another mark taken this time by, would you believe, Central District. And this one has been taken about 40 metres out from goal. He kicked from about 45 or 48 metres. And as soon as he turns around,
I think it's Chris Gowans.
I think it is Chris Gowans with the haircut. I'll tell you what, it's a bit hard. It is Chris Gowans. There's the kick for goal. Oh, he got under it a little bit, but it didn't matter because it went through. And that's his second goal now for the afternoon, joining Matty Slade as a multiple goal kicker. And Central District now move along to 9 goals, 4-58, leading Glenelg 1 goal, 3-9. And I had a thought that this game could be close, Tim. Can the Bays come back?
Yeah, just with Griffith out of the ruck now, gives Schooler the chance to use his height, becomes the #1 dominant big man on the ground, and he just tapped it beautifully to Marco Bello, who found Gowans playing in front. Easy goal.
Bello Cookie's got the last 2 centre clearances. They need to do something there.
Very damaging, Marco.
As the players go up, Cranston goes in after the footy once again. Handballs over to the captain there and Moore. He's an up and under kick to centre half forward. Golding goes in after the footy, but it's a free further down ground that's going to go to Golding at the true centre half forward position. Golding now looking for players to kick to. The umpire's just bringing him around. It's going to actually go back to Vlatko. So Vlatko is going to get the kick at centre half forward as Golding pushes down. So he'll be the target shortly as the big fella makes his way down to the goal square. Centrals have got plenty of numbers of push back. So Vlatko now looks like he's going for goal, Doug. He's about 70 metres out from goal. Would need a very good kick. Is he going to go the torpedo? Goes the normal drop punt, goes there looking for Golding, gets his hand to the footy, but the ball is tapped over for a boundary throw-in 5 metres around from the Glenelg goal. And we have travelled 10 minutes in the second quarter. At Central District's 9 goals, 458. Glenelg 1 goal, 3-9 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. As the umpire now about to throw the ball in, Golding up against Scholar. It's a free kick, and somehow the umpire at centre half forward has picked up a free kick to Bello, Doug.
Marco Bello now comes in, transfers play, goes out now to the back pocket. Oh, there was a hand pass that came out there. Will be picked up by Thomas. No, it won't. It'll be his teammate in Krieg. Another hand pass comes back now to Ofterhide. Goes with the left foot. That's quite effective too. And we find it's going to be Central District now. A hand pass to Bello. He ran into a wall of players. And I'll tell you what, he is stuck at the moment and he can't get out of it. I was going to burst into song. And there is going to be a ball up there on that half-forward flank.
Did you have a song in mind, Doug?
I did, but I think I'll leave it to you too. They do a rather good version of that one. As there was the bounce up, although I guess if I was a Centrals fan, I'd be singing Beautiful Day at the moment. And there is going to be another bounce up or a throw-in. It looks like a throw-in, midway between wing and half-foot. It's on the outer side of the ground. We find Centrals 9-4-58, Glenelg 1-3-9, and our stats man Paul Blandis.
Yes, Paul Ellison only 1 touch for the day.
Ball thrown in now, comes out towards Mules at the back of the pack, goes in long, oh, up there goes Vlatko, can't take it, the ball hits the ground. Hay goes in there for Central Districts, the man with the white boots goes to the outer side of the ground, where he finds his player there in where? Is it where? I'm not sure where the player is, and it may not be where, it could be Bellows. And the player there is on the outer side wing position on the far side of the ground. It is Bello, so he's had plenty of the football. Goes long with the kick to centre half forward, goes in the direction of Scholar, can't take it, 1-2, ball hits the ground, comes out now to Mules. Mules goes in for the handball where it's found Marnie. Marnie over the top there to Cranston, having a run on the ball, needs to get the ball on, he does so. Tries to hit Pinozzo, but it was a poor handball. He's good enough to pick the ball up. Bello taps it forward though, players going in after it, Neely's in there as well. The ball comes forward, comes back out to Bello. He's had plenty of touches. The little kick, the little toe poke kick has gone 3.5 metres, and one of the Gowns twins has seen the ball out of play on the outer side of the ground wing position.
Okay, we'll go around the grounds again in just a moment. The margin here is 49 points in favour of Central District. The Bays unable to manufacture anything. They are certainly trying hard. Picked up by Matty Bode. He's had a few touches. Kicks the ball very high in the air. Makes it hard for the forwards as kick off the ground now on this occasion by Backwell. Gets it out in the direction of Marnie. Here he is, the Port Power listed player. Has played with Collingwood. Has played with the Western Bullies. Went with a hand pass. The umpire said it is a free kick and it'll go to Josh Marnie deep in the pocket. And we'll just stay with it. We'll just see the outcome of this before we go around the grounds. Still haven't seen the Paradise Community Church mark of the day. We've seen a couple of good attempts though, as Ben Moore was just about to come off, but then there's been a change in thinking. Ty Allen coming off and Simon Nicholas coming on. So the big tall player Nicholas waiting though for Marnie. We saw him kick 2 wonderful goals early in the game last week on debut for Glenelg. Runs in fairly close to the man on the mark. There's a shot for goal. That was a beautiful kick. It's not the mark of the day, but certainly the goal of the day so far, and a much-needed one there to the Bays. Josh Marnie has put it through, and Glenelg 2-3-15. They trail Centrals, though, 9 goals, 4-58. We'll go around the grounds ahead of our stats man, Paul Blandis, and first up, thanks to National Wireless Two-Way Radio, at Richmond, Ian Bone.
Yeah, we've just seen the first goal kick for West Adelaide. Of the quarter, they go from, at the extra goal to 6-2, 38. Trailing North 6-7-43 is my country with her. Yeah, 14.5 minutes gone here in the second quarter, and we have the Eagles 5 goals, 4-34, leading to South Adelaide 3 goals, 3-21. Back to the boys of the Bay.
Ball comes out now towards Marnie at centre half forward. He goes long with a kick down towards Allison. A full ball, can he take it? Brings the ball to ground. Backwell goes in after it. Blacko goes off the ground. Allison goes back in after it. They just need to pick it up. Sujay Cook's in there. In comes the player there in Zibinala for Centrals. Oh, good work there by Zibinala. Walked around one player. Looks for his teammate there in Thomas. Thomas is going to get the free kick on the half-back flank for Central Districts. Goes into the centre of the ground, finds Surgeon. Surgeon there with a little toe poke kick, little short kick to Symes. He is in the true centre of the ground here at the Bay. As Blatko comes off for Ty Allen, goes back on the player there. Ian Hayes got the ball, goes long the kick from the centre wing position, down the full forward, players come in. Bellows got the footy, little toe poke kick. In there goes Sherwood, he can't take it. Players going in after it. James Gowns goes in after it, he can't pick it up. Ball comes out to Moore. Moore with a little toe poke kick comes out there towards Marnie. Marnie's wrapped up in the tackle. Can he get rid of it? No, he can't. Gets the ball out towards Pinozzo. Pinozzo on turn, handballs it over to Moore. Moore gets it over. And the umpire is going to come in. The ball has gone out of play. 70 metres
attention please, Trevor Bound, please call his mother urgently. Trevor Bound,
there's 2 goals that Glenelg have got, Blackwell and Marnie. They just need to find a bit more from one of the key position players up there.
Yeah, Golding certainly give him a lift, and he's now been thrown into ruck, so hopefully he can get it down to their on ballers as we watch Slade head towards goal.
Slade gets it across here now, and it's going to be a goal for Central. Jacob Surgeon kicks his first goal, puts it through, and if there's just one thing I've noticed in the last minute or so of this game is the pace of Surgeon. I saw him run from half back to half forward, and he had Hardwick chasing him, and he's probably done that a few times at training. But Tim, the boy is very, very quick.
I noticed before the game, Doug, he was wearing a thermal skin on the upper body, and I believe that was to get his blood pumping. So if that helps him, I'm going to go and buy 5 of them this week.
Well, fair enough. The surgeon would know anyway, wouldn't he? So does it help?
I'll ask him after the game. It seemed to help him with that kick, but Glenelg is certainly giving it a go. They're just finding it a little bit difficult up forward, but here we go with Golding.
Let's go with our stats man, Paul Blandis. You got something there, Paul?
Kicks this quarter to Marco Bello.
Okay, the action deep in the forward pocket once again here for Centrals. It's taken by Jay. Chris Gowans, a left foot snapshot comes out to Bello, a hand pass. Great team football, and the goal has been kicked by Luke Prokopek. It's his second goal. Nicholas Prokopek. What have I said?
You're thinking about the baseball.
I'm thinking about the baseball. I am too. Well, I saw him play down there at Norwood Oval.
And
baseball.
no relation.
And no relation. So that's, I thought before I might have said Luke, but of course
not only can you listen in and listen to the football, but you can also have a family tree segment.
And in fact we can make it a sports show. Already we've got the baseball. It's 11-4 Central 70. They lead Glenelg 2-3-15, and I make it about 20 minutes into the second quarter here. As a hand pass from Matty Golding. He's really lifted Glenelg as Bode goes down towards half forward. Almost a mark claim there by the player in Statham. Playing up forward, we saw him play half back and in the back pocket last year. He's a lively sort of a player. Couldn't hold that one though. He's got a pretty worthy opponent too in Tyson Hay. So the throw in, it's about 70 or 80 metres around from the Glenelg goal. They desperately need something. There's the throw in. Cranston went up, trying to get his fist to the ball. Umpire has seen a free, and it will go the way of Glenelg. And the boy on the bottom of the pack is Billy Neely. And he'll go back from about 60 metres and obviously try and centre this one. Let's see what he does. The boy from the A, or close to the ACT anyway, Queen Bien, he does centre it, and he finds his teammate there, the very experienced Damien Hardwick. And I don't think there's any more experience in that Glenelg lineup than Hardwick, even though it's only his second game with the Bays. Waiting for him now, Hardwick, number 23, the former Essendon star. There's the kick. He looks down here to the leading Manfield. Couldn't take it. It's picked up by Harada. Went with the hand pass. Gets it across there to a teammate in Richard Cochran, son of the man of the same name. Goes out now towards the wing position. And Krieger's out there. So's Bello, who's had a magnificent second quarter. Bello with that familiar left foot kick of his and doesn't waste it. Finds a teammate on the half forward line. It's one of the Gowans boys.
The Gowans goes long there looking for Prokopek in front. Can he take it? The ball hits the ground. Nicholas goes in after it. Handballs over his teammate there in Pinozzo. Pinozzo goes in. Oh, that is a terrible kick. It has gone straight to Ware. He was looking for his teammate there in Culprit. It went over his head, and Ware has taken a mark 45 metres out directly in front. Normally a very good kick of the football, Cookie, and that was a terrible play.
Yeah, when you're 9 goals down, you just don't need mistakes like that, and unfortunately it missed Colpit, but Elijah Ware is a bit of an opportunist, and we'll see if he can swing this one through.
As Ware now comes in, and that's a fabulous looking kick. He has put that straight through the middle to Central District. Takes them to 12 goals, 476. Glenelg 2 goals, 315 on the Beechwood home scoreboard, and great work there by Central Districts. And stats with Paul Blanders.
Yes, Brett Backwell's had a quiet day, only 5 possessions so far and 1 possession this quarter.
You wonder whether he's 100% fit, and I say that with due respect to the Centrals on ballers too. Let's go round the grounds once again for National Wireless two-way radio. First up at Richmond, here's Ian Bone.
Just witnessing a scuffle on the half-forward line for Westies. But at the moment, we have Norwood 6-8-44, just 6 points ahead of West Adelaide 6-2-38. Here's Mike Arms at Woodville. 20-minute mark of the second quarter, and the Eagles are 5 goals 4-34 stuck on that score. South Adelaide 3 goals 3-21. Let's go back to the Bay.
We're at Glenelg. We find it's all Central District. They lead at the moment by 61 points, 12-4-76. Glenelg 2-3-15 as we approach half-time. There's the throw-in deep in the Glenelg attacking zone. Trying to break his way clear was Colbert, being one of their better players. Still can't break their way clear. Statham's in there, kicks the ball off the ground. It rebounds here to Backwell. He goes for a hand pass, gets it across here to nearly runs into a wall of Central District players. And a free kick goes against him for holding the ball, and Matty Slade brings the ball out of defence, and he will find the player on the outer side there. Number 4 in Jacob Surgeon quickly transferred the ball across there to the player in, was it Thomas? And on to one of the Gowans boys, down towards half-forward line. And let's see what will come out of this one, and not too much at all. The ball is out of bounds.
Free kick, Doug?
Or a free kick, is it?
No.
No, it's going to be a throw-in here to the boundary umpire.
Now, that's Danny Shellback on too. Coffey's obviously had his head stitched up, so it's good to see nothing serious there.
In the number 12 Guernsey, so the blood rule there is up against Golding in the ruck contest. Ball comes down to Matty Bode. Matty Bode wrapped up in the tackle there by Chris Gowans, and the umpire's going to come in and ball this down on the half-forward flank position. 20 minutes have gone in the second quarter. At Central District's 12 goals 4-76. Glenelg 2 goals 3-15. As the umpire throws the ball down, Sujay Cook goes in after it, comes out there towards Slade. He's wrapped up in the tackle by Moore. The ball spills free, comes out there to Marnie. He handballs it over there towards Moore. Moore, little kick forward, goes to centre half forward in Manfield. Oh, great work there by Hay. Attacked the footy, went short with a kick there to Chris Gowans. Gives it off to Hollywood, off it, runs inside 50, has a shot at goal. Oh, he didn't chip it over. The man on the goal square in Miller got back and took a good saving mark. Miller now comes grandstand side to Backwell. Backwell starting to get a few touches, gives it over to Harvick. He's wrapped up in the tackle by Surgeon, gives it back over there to Backwell. Also in there is a player there in Nicholas, comes back out to Backwell, then messing around with the footy. Glenelg. Good smother there by Central Districts. Bode goes in after, handballs the ball out to Panozzo. Panozzo ball to the ruck from Larry Cranston. Handballs back over the top there to Panozzo, then messing around with that 25 handballs. Kicks the ball, comes out to Cranston, he's wrapped up in the tackle. Colbert goes in there. Now Central Districts, the ball comes out there to Krieg. Krieg handballs back there to Herrera. And there's going to be a kick of the footy at last minute, a ball line as Cranston comes in and spawns the ball away from Marco Bello. And Cookie, that was just poor football.
Yeah, well, you can't deny them that they're trying, Glenelg, but they're just finding if they kick it forward, it's getting rebounded, and they've got trying to get some run involved there.
There's the throw-in now. The big fellas go up. It's taken here by Moore. He's traps the ball very close to the boundary line. It's on the centre wing, grandstand side. Panozzo with a hand pass. That's a good one, an effective one. Gets it across here to Marnie. Lovely kick from Marnie. Oh, it almost landed in the arms of Allison, who recovers beautifully. Swings the ball in towards goal. Big Harada was there, though, for the Central District team. He went for a hand pass. Not a good one, although it's going to be effective. Sibanada, another hand pass. Here's a chance to footing and great pressure footing. Tim, I'll let you comment on that, but let's give the score first of all. Glenelg 3 goals 3-21, but trailing Centrals 12-4-76. The Beechwood home scoreboard. Comments from Tim Cook.
Yeah, it's just a good reward for some perseverance there, Doug. Bodie finished it off well, but they just keep harassing Centrals. They're 9 goals down, but the Bays are trying things. They're just not coming off. But Koff, that was reminiscent of some of your hard work in your day that made that goal.
Exactly right, Cookie. The only thing that I thought there that was great work there by Marnie to get the ball quickly to Allison one-on-one.
Absolutely.
Listen to the way he accepts the praise,
as the ball comes back into Bello. Bello goes long with a kick, but it's not to a teammate. It's gone out towards the boundary line, and Simon Nicholas runs onto the football. 35 metres around, 40 metres around from the Central District's goal, and there's some stats with Paul.
Yeah, Matty Boat up to 10 disposals for the day. Marco Bello, 8 possessions this quarter, has got 14 so far in this match.
Right in front of the scoreboard here at Glenelg Oval. Central's 12 goals, 476. Glenelg, 3 goals, 321. The ball is thrown in, comes back out towards Chris Gowans. He walks around one player, gives a little toe poke. Oh, gives it to Hollywood Hopwood. Players are called, didn't travel the required distance. He gets a quick kick forward, comes out there to Procketpeck. Miller goes off the ground. He goes towards the boundary line. Player coming in after it is Moore. Walks around one player, picks the ball up, kicks to his teammate there, and Backwell just needs to hold the mark, and he does. Backwell now, so Central's pushing numbers back quickly. Goes in short with a kick towards Colbert. Good spot at the back by Krieg. Comes back out to Krieg now. Goes a little short kick to one of the Gowans. It's James Gowans up against Nearly on that occasion, and Backwell's just trying to come in and cut the lead off, the kick off. But it's going to be James Gowans now in front of the grandstand here, centre wing. Goes in short with a kick to Hopwood. Can't take it, Shell. Oh, I think they've had one bite of it each there, Doug.
Yeah, I think you might. I think they're sharing the cake there. And coming up with the icing is big Daniel Shell, wearing number 12 now. If you're listening up the ground, that's Daniel Shell. Came off early with the blood rule and obviously a little bit of blood on the Guernsey. So they've given him number 12 and he will go back and have this shot for goal. He'll kick from about 50 metres now. Grant, this would probably test Daniel Shell, I reckon.
He's a very good kicker of the football, Doug, and I'm going to back him in.
You reckon he might? You reckon? Yeah, fair enough. He's kicking down towards the primary school end.
Bit of left to right about this.
And he comes now, Daniel Shell. There's the kick, and he never looked like missing it. We all thought that. Yeah, beautiful goal. Daniel Shell takes Central District along now to 13 goals, 4. It's 82, leading Glenelg 3-3-21, the Beechwood home scoreboard. Around the grounds again, thanks to National Wireless two-way radio. And perched there at Richmond, we've got Ian Bone.
About 20, at the 26-minute mark, it's Norwood 6-8-44, trailing Westies 8-2-50. Here's Mike Arms at Woodville. 26-minute mark as well of the second quarter. The Eagles are 7 goals, 4-46, leading South Adelaide 3 goals, 3-21. Let's check out what's happening back at the Bay.
And down here at the Bay, it's all in the centre wicket area, and the umpy will come in and he will bounce the ball once again. So the margin down here is 61 points. It's still been a pretty entertaining game of football, despite the fact there's a huge gap between the two sides. And the action now, back with Central. Oh, there's a free kick that should have been paid against the Central's boy. I thought he had it with one hand, was held with the other, and still managed to get rid of it without it touching his foot, if you get the drift of what I'm saying. This time the umpire is on the scene, and there is going to be a free kick to Central's, and little Backwell. No, it's not
Ty
Allen. It's Ty Allen. In comes Allen now, into the centre of the ground, and big Matty Golding, who hasn't played too badly in this quarter, gets it across there to his teammate, Nicholas. Oh, he was put under the hammer, though. A hand pass from one of the Gowans boys across there to Slade. There's a short kick that comes out from Gowans. It was Chris Gowans across to Hopwood. A shot for goal. Aiming at the primary school, probably the year 3 window, and he's missed.
And there's no doubt, Cookie, that Hoppy's got the yips up in front of goal at the moment.
He has got the yips, so we'll just check if he's got his left boot on his right foot. But certainly whoever's standing, Hoppy, needs to mount up a little bit closer than that cough.
I don't know how many stats, what the stats are showing for Heath Hopwood. They are fairly impressive, though, Paul Blandis.
16 possessions so far.
Oh, lovely.
A lot of hard work.
Brings the ball back into the bays, goes long, looking for Nicholas. Players go up, comes out towards Golding. He can't take it. Bellows in there, Krieg's in there. He handballs over the ball there towards Slade. Slade handballs over to the teammate there in Symes. Symes handballs to Arnold. Arnold goes back over to Chris Gowans. Arnold goes off the ground, comes back. Oh, it's fallen in the arms now of Hardwick. Hardwick goes the long kick to the centre of the ground. Oh, that's the way to do it. Comes out to Money. He in turn handballs over to Backwell. He's going to go long with a kick to Mansfield. Oh! That is a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day in front, and the big fella took a great mark. And this will be a very good move, Cookie, because he can take a grab.
Yeah, certainly got the height up there too, Cough, but that was by far Glenelg's best passage of play for the quarter, and if they can string a few of those together, they might start pegging back this lead.
So Manfield now will be kicking from about 48 metres out, up against Zibinal. It's right on 50's kick. That is a thumping kick. That has gone over the fence. It's about a try for a goal, as we know. And that is enough there to go to the Bay. Takes them on to 4 goals, 327. Central District's 13 goals, 583 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. Stats with Paul Blandis.
Yes, the old Tiger mental telepathy's working down here. Brett Backwell, after a quiet start, has had 8 possessions in the last 5 minutes.
Okay, 13-5, 83 to the Bulldogs. Glenelg 4-3-27. Around the grounds again for National Wireless two-way radio at Richmond. Here's Ian Bone.
At the 27-minute mark at Richmond, scored locked away. West 8-2-50, Norwood 7-8-50. Here's Mike Arns at Woodville. 9-minute mark here of the second quarter. The Eagles are 7 goals, 4-46. South Adelaide 3 goals, 3-21. Let's go back to the Bay.
And down here at the Bay, Glenelg again making another promising forward thrust, but the ball's got out of bounds deep in the forward pocket as Matty Bode tried to swing the ball around. He's getting a lot of touches. Big Matthew Golding coming off. And 21-year-old Michael Griffith celebrating his birthday today. Got his family, I believe, over from Victoria to celebrate the occasion. He comes onto the ground. Up goes Arnold there from that boundary throw-in. Couldn't get the tap out. We may have got the tap out, but it's all locked up. And the umpire coming in. There's a little bit of a how do you do down there, and there's probably nobody better to control that than Tim Pfeiffer.
Might be a free kick here, Doug, I think.
Yes, he's made a free kick.
Free kick.
It's
Culpert's going to have it.
And there wouldn't be too many better kicks, I wouldn't think, in the Glenelg team than Heath Culpert. So I don't know what happened down there, but it certainly sorts things out when you pay a free kick.
I think Culpert just asked the umpire, do you mind if I have a free kick? And he said, sure, here it is.
I think he said, please. Let's get a stat here from Paul Blandis.
Yes, this will be the 10th disposal for Heath Culpert today.
In he comes, the former Carlton player. There's the kick for goal. He really is a copybook kick. Any young kid watching the game here today, they could certainly do worse than watch Heath Culpert. There's still a bit of a push and a bit of a shove down there, and he's put it through for a goal. That's the main thing here from a Glenelg point of view. So they're making some sort of a comeback.
They're still in the game, Cookie, because they've just made some really good forward thrust lately, and they're still in the game.
Yeah, like you said before, Cough, Manfield up forward gives them a target, and now's the time where the Bays really need to cash in the next 10 minutes, keep getting the ball forward, and Manfield's creating opportunities for them, and the work of Golding, particularly in the first 20 minutes, was excellent. Hopefully Griffiths can continue it.
Almost half-time here. It's Central's 13-5, 83, leading Glenelg 5-3, 33. And I tell you what, it's a mismatch, this one. Down goes Big Gripper, who remember he's 21st, and a little bit of a push and a shove there in the centre of the ground. The Yankee is watching things very, very closely. And there's still a little bit of a biffo, and it's still happening there on the centre of the ground.
Blatko's got the footy, they've dug his I think it's off target, and it is off target. And they've let the play go on here as two umpires have gone over to the scuffle. One umpire's followed the play. It's Hoppy wasn't real impressed with the tackle.
I'm going to ask the question, why does the runner for a team run out in a situation like that? Does that complicate it more, or is that a good thing?
Stay out of the situation,
I would have thought so too. But anyway, a bloke's got to say something every now and again, and maybe he just thought something. He wanted to get his players out of the way. Perhaps that was the reason, in all fairness to him, saying, clear out, fellas, clear out, you'll get yourselves reported. So Umpy just having a quiet word there to say that there may be...
There could be a report here.
Yeah, I think there is a report there, and I'm just looking to see who's...
Big Griffiths, by the look of it, the umpire's running down. He's either... We'll just see if he wants him to turn around, or...
Let's just see what's happening here.
No, it could... I think it's...
We're not sure exactly what has happened. Umpire Tim Pfeiffer has taken the number of Michael Griffiths, but we're not sure if he's the one who's been reported or whether he was the one who has been biffed, allegedly biffed anyway. So we'll wait and see.
There's one thing now, Doug, I'm not sure if they use it, but there is a recorded, there's a recording of every game, so you can't hide from anything.
No, well, that's the thing. And I know the AFL teams actually sit back and watch that to have a look at how their boys are going. And g'day, if you're listening to us through the week, fellas, some of the coaching staff of the AFL teams. But down here at Brighton Road, it is Central District 13-5, 83 at half-time, leading Glenelg 5 goals for 34. And I think it's a fairly pro-Glenelg support place down here as Central District come off. And I'm not sure if the Central boys are singing their theme song. The Glenelg boys are all in a huddle.
One of the Glenelg supporters is very animated, Doug. I'm not sure what they're...
Well...
If he's saying, do you want one or two hot cross buns? Yes.
Is that what it was? Fair enough. Well, a happy Easter to them all. And just about ready to start. Half-time here, Central District 13-5, 83, Glenelg 5-4, 34. As our stats man Paul Blandis quickly now jumps in behind us. And there's the first stat. It's a hand pass that came out there from Symes. He got it across there to his teammate in James Gowans. And a good mark is taken here. Very, very good mark is taken here by Prokopek. about 30 metres out from goal, almost directly in front, and he becomes, well, he has the chance now to become the first person to kick 3 goals in this match here this afternoon. All set down there, Paul, our stats man. You've got all those stats there? I think we've got most of the players' names for you. So we're going back. Nick Prokopek, who we've established is not the baseballer Luke Prokopek. And he comes. He's normally a beautiful kick, and that one is no exception. The umpy went a little bit across to his left, but no, he's put that one through, and it's his 3rd goal. That's a pretty promising debut, let me tell you. And the Central District score now goes along to 14 goals, 589. Glenelg 5-4-34. And I tell you what, there's very little breeze here this afternoon, and it's making conditions pretty pleasant for football. Comments from Tim Cook.
Yeah, pretty humid, Doug, isn't it? But not the start Glenelg would have wanted. First minute of the 3rd quarter, Prokopek slotted one through.
Scholar up against Griffiths in the middle. Griffiths gets the ball down, tries to tap it over to Neely, can't pick it up. James Gowans comes in, but his handball's intercepted there by Cranston. He handballs it back over there to Marnie. Marnie goes long with a kick, but it's going to fall in the arms of Shell. He's obviously drifted back across half-back. Handball's out there to Slade. Slade kicks to the outer side wing position where he's found Ware. Centrals have got players running on the outer side of the ground. Ware goes in long towards Cowan at centre forward, can't take it. Richard Cochran comes in, handballs over the top. It's a poor handball though. Comes out to Mules now. Mules with a handball, goes back over there towards Panozzo. He goes in short with a kick, finds his teammate there in Neely. Neely comes grandstand side centre wing position where he's got Bode. Bode's starting to get plenty of touches in this game. Running through the cricket pitch area. Goes long with a kick, looking there for Manfield in front. Oh, he's nearly taken a screamer. Ball hits the ground. Zivanoa's in there. He's wrapped up in the tackle by 2 Glenelg players. The umpire. And great tackle there by Vlatko. Also assisted there by Manfield. So Paul marked that down for assist there to Manfield. But it's going to be Vlatko playing at centre half forward. And Manfield, the attack on the footy there was sensational. As Vlatko goes short, this is where Glenelg are falling down. They're just little short kicks as he's gone to his teammate there in Neely. Neely in the centre of the ground, so he went backwards there. Now this is where they're going to cross play. Goes in there to Bode. Bode at centre half forward. Goes back to where they came from, and he put the kick right in the arms of Hopwood.
Heath Hopwood. Yeah, one of his immediate opponents and the acting captain for Centrals took the mark, but his kick was ill-directed too. And another mark taken there on the half-back line there for the Bays. It may have been Mules. Anyway, back on the centre of the ground, taken here by Bode once again. Matty Bode. What's he doing this time? Transfers play, gets it across here to another left footer in Nicholas. Goes with a big long kick. Up they go. Oh, there's a good mark. I thought for a moment he was rising right off the ground, but it was 203 centimetres. Paul Sculler, who just put the arms up and grabbed it, but still one to put down for a Paradise Community Church mark of the day. Plays on, gets it across to Heath Hopwood, who took the mark. He in turn goes short, and he will find his teammate on the outer side of the ground.
Finds the player there in Gowans. Gowans now goes in short. Finds his teammate there in Sculler. So Sculler at centre half back was actually Krieg, I think, would kick the footy to Sculler. Sculler now gives it back over to Krieg. Krieg at centre half back position. Just gone back to the outer side of the ground. He's bounced the footy. He's lost it. Handball's now over to Hollywood Hopwood. Hollywood Hopwood runs around his opponent, goes for touch with the kick, trying to find Paul Thomas. He can't keep the ball in play, and the ball dribbles out of bounds on the wing position outer side of the ground. About 3 minutes have gone in the first quarter. At Central District's 14 goals, 589. Glenelg 5 goals, 434 on the Pitmans Marine scoreboard, and Cookie a bit sloppy to start off the second half.
Yeah, just trying to be a little bit too cute there, Matty Craig. Probably should have just got it on instead of the 8 bounces, 4 dodges and 3 balks.
The ball kicked down to centre half forward for Central Districts, and Griffiths sees the ball out of play, so there's no ill effects by the big fella there, celebrating his 21st birthday, Doug, and at the world at his feet, I think, Big Griffiths, because I think he can play the game.
Yeah, well, he'll probably drink plenty of punch tonight as the throw-in is there on the half-forward line. Up they go. That was Elijah Ware, I think, coming in over the top of the pack. Phenomenal. He's only a little bloke and he's left high. Got the tap out. Taken away, though, by the boy in Nicholas, but his kick was ill-directed. It's out of bounds on the full. And Heath Hopwood, who is picking up kick after kick. He had something like 16 possessions in the first half. Just about the best player on the ground. But it's not him, after all. It's actually Cochran who kicks the ball high in the air. Up goes Prokopek, couldn't take the mark. And the ball is deep in the forward pocket here for Centrals. A hand pass there by the Glenelg players. Comes out there by Mules. Drops the ball in short. Griffiths took the mark. He plays on with a hand pass across here to Nearly. A hand pass out to another teammate there in Backwell. Down towards the half-forward line. Allison slipped at the crucial moment. Taken by Octahide. A hand pass to Thomas. A poor hand pass, but Octahide recovered well. Gets it across to the long, loping Sculler. Couldn't do anything with it. Moore had the ball. Couldn't trap it. Play on calls the umpire. But a free kick made here to Matty Slade right down in front of the grandstand. The margin here is 55 points as we go around the grounds. Let's go. It's in favour of Centrals. And first up, thanks to National Wireless two-way radio at Richmond, it's Ian Bone.
Yeah, nearly 5 minutes into the third quarter, and Norwood are 8 goals 10-58. Leading Westies 8-3-51 is Mike Arns at Woodville. Minute mark of the third quarter, we have the Eagles 8 goals 5-53, leading South Adelaide 5 goals 3-33. Back to the boys at the Bay.
And back down here at Brighton Road, the kick from Big Griffiths comes out towards the half-back line, and the mark is taken by the player there in Allen. He in turn gets it onto his skipper in Moore. Moore over to Backwell. Backwell now with a good kick. He's going to find his teammate in Allison. No, he won't. The ball just sort of drifted away at the last minute. It's deep down in the forward pocket, right down by the primary school here at Brighton Road, and a throw-in to take place. So we'll check the scoreboard. It's Central's 89, leading Glenelg 34. Getting all excited here. Let's get a comment from Tim Cook.
Yeah, very excited there, Doug. I just thought, Koff, then that Glenelg, if they can keep possession of the ball, it's a bit quicker and better way to get into their forward line.
Exactly right, Cookie, as the ball is thrown in, comes out towards Colbert. He's racked up in the tackle there by Bello. Umpire calls play on Sujay Cook, handballs over there to Marnie. Marnie with a left foot kick into the goal square. Oh, good mark there by Zibanala. Got in front of his opponent there. He handballed over to Shell. Shell in turn handballs it over there to Ware. Ware handballs over the top there to Chris Gowns. Chris Gowns running outside his defensive 50. Kicks down to the wing position where he tried to find Cowan. And the player there, Simon Nicholas, came in, grabbed the ball and went out of play. So it's going to be a boundary throw in out of wing position. And Cookie, you would just, one move that Glenelg possibly could make, Big Griffiths to full forward and maybe give Goldie a run on the ruck.
Well, certainly if commentary's not your go, Koff, you'd make an excellent coach. It wouldn't be a bad idea.
We've had a go at that as well as Bello goes down long with a kick. Looking there for Prokopek. Ball comes out the back of the pack. Goes in the hands of Hardwick. Hardwick goes in there looking for the player there, and Backwell can't pick it up. Nicholas comes in after it. Big punch forward there by Sherwood. He's knocked in the head. Oh! And he pushed down his opponent there. He could have the free kick reversed here. And it is one of the Gowans. It is James Gowans. And he is being reported for allegedly striking Sherwood, and sort of clipped him around the ear. There wasn't too much in it, and it is going to be a free kick to Sherwood and a report, Doug, to James Gowans.
Yes, it certainly looks that way. And Paul Sherwood now to bring the ball out of defence. He drops the ball in short. In fact, it's just kick to kick at the moment as umpire Tim Pfeiffer continues to... I don't know whether he's... I've got a spare pen here if he's... it actually looks like that as though he's trying to get the pen to work, doesn't it?
No, he can't. Well,
might be looking for the bit of cardboard.
I think he's looking for a texter now.
Now, what have we got here? Paul. No. I thought for a moment Paul Blandis had one of those strange strategic statistics. As it's going to be Sherwood coming out now from that last line of defence. Goes now with a left foot kick and finds the boundary line. Well, it was probably not a good advertisement for Australian rules football, and we'll leave it at that. Central District 14-5, 89. Glenelg 5-4, 34, and we have played about 7 minutes in the third quarter. Paul Blandis.
Yes, 19 touches to Heath Hopwood and 15 now for Matty Bone.
Ball comes out to Bello running through 50, has a pot shot at goal. The goal umpire's run a long way, waiting for him to come back.
And we've got another brawl on here, Koff.
And there's another fight behind play. There was a behind there to Central Districts. Takes them to 18 goals, 6. That is 90. Glenelg 5 goals, 4-34. As the play goes on, Sherwood kicks the ball in to his teammate there in Mules. There's a bit of biffo. Griffiths has got his jumper off, so they don't want to give him a birthday present over there. Oh, great tackle, Serge on Bow. Comes out to Sujay Cook. He handballs back over there to his teammate there in Mules, but Turpin comes in, he's wrapped up in the tackle, comes out to Symes now. Symes goes long with the kick. It's a poor kick. It's going to drop in the arms of Allen, and Ty Allen takes a good mark across half back for Glenelg. He comes across the ground, little short kick to Hardwick. Hardwick now goes in short again to Colford, so they're using the short footy possession football. Not pretty footy though, Cookie.
Not when you're about 9 goals down, Coff. You want to get it long, but I guess the thing they're trying to do is maintain possession.
As Mules comes off, Statham back on the ball now with Sujay Cook. Sujay Cook running the ball through the centre. Handballs over there to Cranston. That's better. Long kick to Manfield in front. Can't take it. Ball hits the ground. Comes out towards Shell on the number 12 Guernsey. Goes down the side of the ground where this player's there. Slade takes the mark. Plays on quickly. They're running the ball well. Finds the teammate there in Gowans. It's Chris Gowans. He goes long. He's got Cowan. Cowan all his own inside 50. Just holds up play. Will move it on quickly. Goes in short with a kick. Thomas has moved down and takes a good mark. Uncontested. And Thomas has run down from the back pocket and will be having a shot from goal from 45 metres out, nearly directly in front. Just a matter of accuracy, Cookie.
Yeah, you'd expect Tomo to kick this. He's got excellent skills, and just funny how it comes down one side of the ground, Coffin, and in 5 seconds flat, Paul Thomas is having a shot to go up the other ground. And Gowan's coming off now for Sotala just to probably have a bit of a cool down.
Bit of a disciplinary action as Thomas comes in. It's a good-looking kick to the right of the post, though, and that is another behind of Central Districts. Take them on to 14 goals, 791. Glenelg 5 goals, 434 on the Beechwood home scoreboard.
As we go around the grounds once again for National Wireless two-way radio, the man at Richmond is Ian Bone.
Yeah, about 11 minutes in, I think, into the third quarter, and Norwood at 9:11:65, leading West 8:4:52. Here's Mike Arms at Woodville. At the 11.5-minute mark of the third quarter, the Eagles are 8 goals, 6:54, leading South Adelaide 6 goals, 3:39. Back to the boys with Hay.
Well, there was a bad kick there that came from the Glenelg defender, and chipping it and taking an easy mark was Jacob Surgeon, the young Port Power player, being recruited from Western Australia. And Surgeon, MD as you like to say.
He cut through the pack there, Doug.
He's got some pace. He really does have pace to burn, and then he comes, kicks for goal, and he's put it straight through. That's his second goal. He's kicked 2 goals, 1 this afternoon. Pretty handy player to have coming into a Central District lineup, and it takes Centrals along down to 15 goals. Is that 15 or 6? Yes, 15 goals, 797, and leading Glenelg 5-4-34, and we are at the 11-minute mark of the third quarter. Our stats man, Paul Blandis.
Yes, 3 kicks this quarter to Damien Hardwick, but after 2,026 kicks at AFL, probably none as costly as that one, I wouldn't have thought.
How many at AFL level?
2,026.
You weren't far behind him, Tim.
And he's brought the chipping game with him to Glenelg too, Doug.
I'm just wondering if he's averaging 69, Doug.
As Scholar taps the ball down in the centre, goes over there to Bellows. Bellows had one bounce, runs the centre half forward, goes long with a kick down towards Prockopet. The big fella puts one there, play on the tool, gets it out. Oh, the crowd is not happy. Quick kick forward there by Glenelg. Comes out there towards Bode. Can he pick it up? Symes is in there for Central Districts. Handballs it over there to Hardwick. Hardwick in turn finds Backwell. Backwell touches the ball down once. Goes for a touch along the boundary line. Grandstand side centre wing. Shell comes in. Picks up the footy. Handballs back over there to Zibanala. There's a bit of biff happening in this game now. Hopwood's got the footy. Handballs back over to Zibanala running across half back. It's a poor kick though. Comes in. Statham's for the ball. Green goes in there. Wrapped up with a tackle there by Cranston. And the umpire coming in, Tim Pfeiffer, to bounce the ball down just outside the cricket pitch area. And then, Doug, a lot of chipping football once again by Glenelg to move that ball down.
Yeah, again, not really having players up forward that they can really kick to with confidence. We've seen a couple of big attempts and a great mark by Manfield, who's got the Paradise Community Church mark of the day so far, but not on a consistent basis. A free kick being paid here by the ump in the centre of the ground, and Sujay Cook, the former Crow, the former Norwood player, and leading goal kicker with the Bays last year, now to have this kick. What's he going to do? Not going back too far on the mark. He's looking for his options. He drops the ball in short. He looks down here for Allison. Oh, he's outnumbered though. Taken here by Manfield. Manfield, a big long hand pass. That was very, very good football. Got it across to nearly, and a magnificent goal by Backwell has put it through. That's his second goal for the afternoon, and Brett Backwell, who is racking up the possessions and since quarter time has been a wonderful player with Glenelg. They move along to 6 goals, 440, but still a fair way behind Central's 15-7-97. But just a little bit of life coming back in the Bays lineup. Tim Cook.
Yeah, Backwell finishes off well, Doug, and I'm just wondering whether it might be worthwhile he sacrifice a possession game and just keep in front of Mansfield where there's going to be some crumbing opportunities, and he might end up with 4 or 5 goals for the day and helping Glenelg peg back this lead.
Back in the centre, Big Griffiths up against Scholar, dead heat there. Ball comes out to the player there, and Scholar once again tries to get a handball forward. Hollywood Hopwood tries to put the head down and barge through, but he's wrapped up in the tackle there by Statham. And the umpire, Gary Feeler, is going to come in and bounce this ball down. He's going to throw it straight up. Get on with the play, said. Griffiths comes over the top, taps the ball down looking for more, but Slade, mighty Matthew Slade, comes in, tries to burrow his way through, and the umpire Feeler, coming in once again. He just throws the ball straight up. Get on with the play, he said, fellas. Scholar gets the ball, takes it out of the ruck contest, handballs it over there to Hay with the white boots. He in turn handballs over to Thomas. Thomas gets around his player in the centre of the ground, goes long, looking there for Prokopek. That is a strong mark. Put the big body in front, put the hands up, and one grab went woof with the mark. And that is a sensational mark, a contender for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day, Doug. At this stage, a contender.
I would say it's a toss-up between Prokopek and Manfield. But that was wonderful. You know, the lad playing his first game of SANFL football has already kicked 3 goals straight. A chance now, obviously, for number 4. The maths are pretty good, I tell you.
Exactly right, Doug. And kicked one with his first kick in league football. Prokopek, he's about 35 metres out from goal on a 45-degree angle. It's a good-looking kick. The fist is pumping and has gone straight through for a goal to Central Districts. 16 goals, 7, 103 Central Districts. They've broken the 100, and Glenelg 6 goals, 440 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. And Cookie, the big fella playing his first game, you could see him frightening fullbacks for another 10 years at Central District.
Especially if he has McDonald's for lunch for the next 10 weeks. But it's a bit of a dream debut for the big fella. And why wouldn't it be with the likes of Bello, Hopwood, the Gowans knocking the ball on your chest like that?
OK, we'll go around the grounds once again as the ball's bounced up in the centre here. We've got a margin of, oh, goodness me, I'm just waiting for the man at the scoreboard. We've got a margin here of 63 points. On you, he is. Yes, now he's just moved aside. As we go around the grounds for National Wireless two-way radio and at Richmond, Ian Bone.
Yeah, 16 minutes into the third quarter. It's certainly been Norwood's quarter so far. They're on 11 goals, 11-77. 25 points ahead of Westies, 8-4-52. It's Mike Hans, Edwardsville. 17-minute mark here of the third quarter. The Eagles are 8 goals, 6-54, leading South Adelaide 7 goals, 3-45. Let's check out the Glenelg.
Back here at Glenelg, it's a bit of a stalemate once again. How many bounces have we had there? 1 or 2 or 3? Not sure, but anyway, 3. It's near the 3. There's the throw-up. Up they go, the big fellas. Damien Arnold, pretty handy player to come in as a reserve ruckman. It fell out of the hands of Backward. It was taken by Cochrane. And Central District go forward once again. Comes off hands, taken by Bo. Been impressed with his game today. And clearing from that last line of defence, then we find Penosa. Was that a mark? No, it wasn't.
It was a mark, but it was a free kick in the back, though.
It was in the back, and the free kick is paid against Glenelg at least, and the free kick has been played to Tyson Hayes in towards centre half forward, and another free kick this time. This time it'll go the way of Glenelg, and in that last line of defence, going back with that free kick is Simon Nicholas.
Nicholas now centre half back, goes long with a kick, looking there for Manfield. Manfield pushed under the footy, and great mark there by Zibanala on the wing position. Grandstand side, he decides to go long. He's got Cowan. Can he take the mark? The big fella is up. Great sport by Griffiths. Ball hits the ground elsewhere. Handballs over the play there, and Surgeon MD. He can't take it. Ball hits the ground. Players going in under it. Player first one there is Thomas. He goes in, picks up the foot. He's wrapped up in the tackle by a couple of Glenelg players. And the umpire's going to come down and bounce it down at centre half forward for Central Districts. And 16 minutes have gone in the third quarter. Central 16 goals, 703. Glenelg 6 goals, 440. As the ball comes out now to Hopwood in the centre of the ground. He goes long with a kick down there towards James Gowans. Can he take it? Can't take it. The ball hits the ground. Neely's in there. Picked up the footy at Sherwood. Handballs out there to Cranston. He can't take it. Comes out to Symes. He in turn gets it over to Cochrane. Cochrane goes in with a kick, looking for Surgeon. He can't keep the ball on play, and the ball runs out of play 20 metres around from the Central District's goal. And Cookie, Central's just got numbers around the footy, moving the ball on.
Yeah, both sides just looking a little bit weary at this stage of the third quarter, but Central's having all the play.
The margin here is 63 points in favour of Central District. We're at the 17-minute mark of the third quarter, and umpire Tim Pfeiffer comes in and will call for a bounce yet again. We've had a fair few bounce-ups today, and it's been a fast and furious game, even though it's been dominated by Central District. But just to see them play at this level, and a little bit, I guess, like Brisbane, you know, when they play well, the skills are just so wonderful. Umpire Pfeiffer again coming in says, it is going to be mine. So it's the Beechwood Homes match of the day, and Central District 16-7 103 leading Glenelg 6 goals 4-40. We'll go to our stats man Paul Blandis in a moment. He's got more information there for us. A couple of Glenelg defenders there. Panozzo was one of them, or was it Hardwick who went down on the ground? But there's a kick high in the air, and the mark has been taken here by the player Insurgent. Let's see, he's gone short this time and finds Prokopek. Umpire says play on, and Prokopek goes for goal and has put it through for a minor score. So Prokopek will just put a little dot down there for that.
Could be his first behind in this NFL football day.
In fact, more than could be. It is. It is. 4 goals, 1 for the boy now. And we find Central 16-8, 104, leading Glenelg 6-4, 40. We'll take you around the grounds once again as Matthew Bode brings the ball out of defence. Be interested in his stats. He's had a few touches. But first of all at Richmond, here is Ian Bone.
Just in the first goal, kick for West Adelaide of the third quarter. They move on to 9-4-58, trailing Norwood 12-12-84. Here's Mike Arns at Woodville. The 21-minute mark of the third quarter, and South get closer and closer. The Eagles are 8 goals 6-54. South Adelaide 8 goals 4-52. Let's get back to Glenelg Oval.
Back here at Glenelg, there's a little bit of applause. There was a mark taken there, and the boy out there, was it one of the Gowans boys? Anyway, goes down towards half forward, and Marco Bello takes the mark on the 50-metre line.
Marco Bello goes in short to Prokopek once again, and Prokopek just starting to get on top of Sherwood, has taken an easy chest mark. He's 45 metres out from goal, just about directly in front. He'll be kicking from about 48 metres by the time he comes in, as we see Big Griffiths celebrating his 21st birthday, has a spell on the bench. Big Matty Golding coming back, and good signs from Golding in the second quarter, coming back from a knee reconstruction. Also Matty Slade coming off, and Chris Gowan's going back on. Got Prokopek now coming in for number 5. Wouldn't this be a dream debut? It's already a dream debut. He's got 4 goals on the board, the big fella. Comes in now, Prokopek. It's a good-looking kick. He's happy with the kick. He's pumped in the air, and that's number 5 for Prokopek. Number 17 for Central District. 17 goals, 8, 110 Central Districts. Glenelg, 6 goals, 10, 40 on the Beechwood Homes scoreboard. Stats with Paul Blandis.
Yes, 5 touches this quarter. Nick Prokopek, 1 contested mark and 2 uncontested marks. Marco Bello was up to 18 positions. Heath Hopwood is up to 22. Matty Slade is up to 19 for the match. Matthew Bode has had 17 possessions rather.
So some interesting stats there. A lot of players getting a lot of the football here this afternoon. There's the bounce up in the centre of the ground. Knocked on by Arnold. Gets it across there to James Gowans, who we believe was reported earlier. There's the kick out, though, from Glenelg. Goes down towards half forward. Players fighting for it. A hand pass there from Golding. He got it across to Colpert. His kick was high in the air, but it's all Central District, and Daniel Shell across half back takes the mark. He transfers play, gets it across here to Ofterhide. He's very much unheralded, but a wonderful player at fullback. He in turn gets it on to Thomas, who drops the ball in short, and the mark is taken by Krieg.
Krieg now centre wing, outer side of the ground, just holding play up. Goes in there looking for Surgeon MD. Can't take the ball. It's a poor kick. Fell at his feet. Thomas goes in, tries to tap the ball. Switala picked it up, gave it over the big ruckman there, and Arnold. He goes it back over to Surgeon MD. Handball's over there to Hay. Hay runs inside 50, has a shot at goal, but he's missed it to the near side with the white boots for another behind of Central Districts. That takes them on to 17 goals 9, is it? 17 goals 9, 111. Glenelg 6 goals 10, 40 on the Beechwood Homes scoreboard, done.
There's the kick out taken by Matt Golding. A hand pass across now to Nicholas, running through the centre of the ground. Just one big kick, and it's up towards centre half forward. Up go the big fellas. Glenelg really don't have the manpower up there, and it came in very high. Will be taken away here by Hay. Hay's been a wonderful player today for Central District, as he normally is. Tap on the ground there by Hopwood was good football, but it was taken by Backwell. That was equally good. He in turn gets it across to Josh Marnie. Marnie now drops the ball in short. Beautiful kick, and lands this one on the chest of Paul Allison. He's on a fairly acute, well, he's on about a 45-degree angle, but it will favour his left foot. He's kicking toward the primary school end, and he's in front of the one of the grandstands.
He kicked a couple of these at Prospect Oval last week, Doug, and slotted them straight through the centre in the same position.
The former Sydney listed player, Paul Allison, transferred over to Glenelg this year from the Eagles. Wears number 6 for the Bays, and he comes. He's normally a beautiful kick, just off target. It was quite a good kick. It just didn't drift back as they often do for the left footers, and he's put it through for a minor score. So we'll put that down. It's his first score for the afternoon, so it's been a fairly disappointing return. and the ball about to be brought back in. Central District 17-9, 111. Glenelg 6-5, 41. And we have played, let's see, around 23 minutes in the third quarter. It's the Beechwood Homes game of the day.
The ball was kicked to the centre of the ground. Ball with Golding now. He taps it out in front of Bode. Bode on the right foot goes in there along with the kick. It's nothing under kick. Hopwood in front of Cook. Hopwood goes in, picks up the footy, tries to crash through Backwell. Sujay Cook comes in though, picks up the ball. Little kick around the corner to Bode. And Backwell is still down. That's when Hopwood went through there with the ball, tried to take Backwell with him and clean him up at the same time. But he's getting onto his feet now, so he looks like he's okay. Umpire now about to throw the ball in right on the 50-metre line for Glenelg. Going towards the high school end. Manfield up against Arnfield. Manfield hit the ball over the top of the pack, but it's all Centrals. Comes back out to Arnold now. Tries to walk around. One player does so. Comes out to James Gowns with a handball. He goes the outer side of the ground. Finds there Shell with a kick. Shell pushing up from centre half back on the left foot. Ware in the forward pocket. Picked up the ball on the half volley. Handballed over there towards Switala. Switala goes inboard. It's a poor kick though. Oh, players colliding. Comes out there towards the player in Sherwood. Sherwood tries to handball forward, but the Centrals player chopped it up. And the umpire Tim Pfeiffer, is going to come in and bounce the ball down.
Around the grounds again in just a few moments. If we say Ware, as Grant just did, then don't think that we're lost or anything. It's Elijah Ware.
Elijah Ware, W-A-R-E.
That's the boy. Central District 17-9, 111. Leading Glenelg 6-5, 41. And it's probably fairly obvious that the Bays are struggling up forward as they bring the ball out of defence. But there's the three-quarter time siren. And Central District now, let's write that score down. 17 goals, 9, which is 111. Leading Glenelg, 6 goals, 5 of 41. That's the Beechwood Home scoreboard. Central District 17-9, 111. Glenelg 6-5, 41.
Big game between Glenelg and Centrals. At the MCG, the game's just finished between Kangaroos and Carlton. And I tell you what, that was a nail-biter. I thought Carlton were up 1 point. They nearly had them. But the Kangaroos came home 17-9, 111, defeating Carlton 16-10, 106. Back to you, Doug.
Good on your ticket. It's that sort of game that'll bring people through the turnstiles. Good stuff there. Well done to the Kangaroos. In our game, our margin is 70 points at three-quarter time. Just about ready to start the last quarter, but here's our stats man, Paul Blandis.
Yes, third quarter disposals. Glenelg 63 and 23 marks. Central District 72 and 20 marks. Central's leading centre clearances 19-8.
I've never heard you talk any quicker than that, Paul, as the action now with Centrals as they take the ball out of the centre. It looked like Chris Gowans who got that kick away in towards centre half forward. There's brother James Gowans down there fighting for the ball on the ground as he so often does, and what a wonderful combination they are. They are sensational. And a ball up to occur about 40 metres out from the Central's goal. Paul.
Leading position winners, Central's Hopwood 22, Slade 19, Chris Gowans 18, James Gowans only had 10.
Well, there we go. And back now with Glenelg. They bring it out of defence. It was Big Nicholas went with the hand pass across there to Backwell. He went with another hand pass, got it across to Moore. Moore now with another hand pass on to Sherwood. There's been about 4 or 5 hand passes. Let's see if they can get something out of this one as Matty Bode from 45 metres aims at the big one. Oh, there's no one. Well, there is someone at home, but it's the next door neighbour. In fact, it's the opponent. It is a big Shell. He brings it out now towards the half-back line, taken by Sivanala, down towards the wing, and the mark taken here by Chris Gowans. Yet another possession here by the superbly talented Chris Gowans. Drops the ball in short and finds Paul Scudder across half-back here for Centrals.
Scudder, the big ruckman, comes inboard to the boundary line once again, finds the player there in Zibanala. So Zibanala starting there, a couple of touches across half-back. He's going to kick the ball right to the other side of the ground where he's got his teammate there in Krieg. He nearly dropped the mark because Cranston came in, tried to put on the tackle. Krieg gets the kick forward though, comes out there to Surgeon MD, picked up the footy. This boy can play footy, no doubt about that. He handballs it over there to Thomas. Thomas tries to get around one, get around two, and he does so. Kicks in long there towards Ware. Oh, good mark there by Elijah Ware in the forward pocket. And he was one out there against Panozzo, and Cookie in front never looked like dropping it.
Never looked like dropping it, and definitely going to get one of those upper body suits, Cough. The pace on Surgeon's pretty explosive, isn't it? And Paul Thomas got through a couple of lazy tackles there and We're going for goal number 18.
Where now? Yes, number 18 is where it comes in. It's a good-looking kick. He's pretty happy with it. Through for a goal. There's a waiting on the umpire. It is a goal. Central District's kicked their 18th goal. It's 18 goals 9, 117. Glenelg 6 goals 5, 41 on the Pitman's Marine scoreboard. Stats with Paul Blandis.
Yes, Jacob the surgeon has had 8 disposals today.
He just looks exciting. He was actually quite a late pick in the draft, wasn't he?
He was. He missed the national draft completely and got picked up by Port in the pre-season draft. And it's amazing to think a guy who's 18 years of age can play in the first AFL game and have such an impact here and be missed in the national draft.
Well, as Tim said, his pace is explosive. There's a kick in towards centre half forward off the ground by Scooter. Went through the fingers of Slade. It wasn't real easy to take. A hand pass comes out to Chris Gowans. Beautiful football and just off target. But it just shows how skilled the boy is. Onto his non-preferred left foot. And he puts it through for a minor score. So Central District move along now to 18 goals to 10. 118. Sorry, I was just waiting for the guy on the scoreboard to get out of the way. And
I think he gave it away.
6-5-41. He's doing a great job up there, though. And he really is doing a superb job. And been out there in the damp conditions this afternoon. And well, there he goes. And it's Luke Cowan now. It goes up towards centre half forward. Umpire says a free kick, and it was there, no doubt about that one. And Simon Nicholas, no doubt about his work ethic, got in front then, and it was paid the free kick. A hand pass to Penosa. He brings it out now towards the outer side, and Backwell racks up yet another possession down towards the wing. Gets it across here to Sherwood, who I think has moved up forward. Goes in now towards his teammate in Allison. He's all wrapped up there, had nowhere to go, and it's going to be a throw-in on the half-forward line here for Glenelg.
Doug, the Glenelg side moving the ball well there, and the big fella Golding, who's in the ruck for Glenelg, will be joining us later in the year for special comments too. After a debut season last year in special comments, Cranston gets the ball down, tries to find the teammate, but it's intercepted there by Central Districts. Symes picked the ball up, went long with a kick, looking down there for Surgeon MD, but it's cut off there by the player there in Hardwick, and he sees the ball out of play in the forward pocket for Central Districts. And the scoreboard reads Central Districts 18 goals 10, 118. Glenelg 6 goals 5, 41 on the Beechwood Home scoreboard. Stats with Paul Blandis.
Yes, Brett Backwell's up to 20 disposals for the day, and Matty Bode up to 19.
Ball is thrown back in, comes to the back of the pack. Statham picks up the ball, smothered there. Paul Thomas goes in after it. Oh, great work there. The player there in Cochrane picks the ball up and has a fly at goal, but goes across the face. Through for a behind to Central Districts, takes them to 18 goals 11, 118. Glenelg 6 goals 5, 100. 6 goals 5, 41, Doug, and they'd like to have 16 goals.
Well, inflation is rampant here. When I said courage a while ago, that was Hardwick, and the way he put his body in there was just phenomenal. I mean, if he didn't do it, you probably wouldn't criticise him, but I tell you what, it was really inspirational stuff. It won't show up on the stats unless Paul is right on the job. But it's all right, Paul. It's all right, Paul. But there's going to be a kick here for goal by Central District, and the boy going back is James Gowans. He will kick from about 30 metres, and this is one of those bread and butter shots for him. In he comes from 30 metres. Shouldn't have any worries with this one. There's the kick for goal. Oh, yes, I think he's put it through. It is a goal there to James Gowans. So, wonderful performance. There we go. So, we've just had somebody come up to us. What have they told us, Brian?
Nick Prokopek and Luke Prokopek are first cousins, Doug.
They are first cousins.
So that was a wrong information there.
So there we go. This gentleman must be a Prokopek. No. He knows a little bit about the family, let me tell you. Central District 19-11, 125, leading Glenelg 6-5-41. That's the Beechwood Home scoreboard. And now for National Wireless two-way radio. We'll go around the grounds again. And first up, it's at Richmond Oval, Ian Bone.
Yeah, nearly 3 minutes into the last quarter, and it's Norwood 13-12-90. 13 points ahead of West Adelaide 12-5-77. Here's Mike Arns at Woodville.
5.5 minutes into the last quarter, we have no change to the score for three-quarter time. The South Adelaide 9 goals 4-58, leading Eagles 8 goals 6-54. Back to the boys at the Bay.
And back here, Thomas comes out of defence, kicks down towards the wing. Luke Coward went for the Paradise Community Church mark of the day, but the ball didn't quite land in the hands. There's a hand pass that came out from Statham. Got it across there in the direction of Sujay Cook. Ball, ball, ball. Call the crowd. Maybe they're calling for the coach. No ball. But the umpire, I think, was correct with that one. No doubt about that. It was actually held in, and there's going to be a ball up, in fact. It's about 70 metres out from the Central District goal.
See young Symes coming off for a rest. Marco Bello coming on, Cough.
The ball gets tapped down in front of Sujay Cook, running onto the footy now, just needs to pick it up. Does so, handballs back there to Hardwick, handballs back over there to Backwell. Backwell on his defensive 50 line. Little chip kick over there towards Colquitt. Colquitt being one of Glenelg's better players. Goes the outer side of the ground on the half-back flank where he's got Statham on his own. Just need to move the ball on quickly. Does so, finds the captain there and more. If he can pick it up, he can't find a hand ladder. Central District's players coming in and applying the pressure. James Gowns applies the tackle, goes back in after it. Player there and Statham tried to pick the ball up. Comes out now to Bode. Matty Bode running through the centre of the ground. Goes long the kick there to Allison. Can he take it? Ball's spalled to the ground. Comes out towards off to hide. Oh, great defensive work there by Central Districts. Goes down the side of the ground there and Ware kicks it over there towards Bello. Bello's got plenty of time on centre wing outer side. Comes inboard there to Chris Gowans. Chris Gowans now will go long with a kick. Down there looking for Cowan. Cowan, oh, good mark in front. And that is Blatko just chopping that one off. He handballs over there to Sujay Cook. Sujay Cook goes long there to Cranston, but in front is Thomas. And Thomas there, great mark in front of his opponent there, Cranston.
In comes Thomas. It's a shocker of a kick, this one. It will be picked up by, no, it won't be picked up by Chris Gowans, but wonderful football as he knocked it out there to a teammate. Kick off the ground by Thomas in the direction of Matty Slade on the outer side of the ground on the wing position. Central District go forward again. Bello gets yet another possession, but this one is off target and it lands in the hands of a player down there in Panozzo. Had problems picking him up today for some reason. Number 22 for the Bays, and he finds Neely, who in my estimation has been a little bit quieter today. He went with a hand pass to Cook, and we find it is going to be Statham. Brings it down towards the wing position. Grabbed here by Sherwood. It wasn't bad football as he got the hand pass across there, though, in the direction of a teammate. But Central District, they are just overpowering Glenelg here. Just about every time the Bays try to go forward. A hand pass from Hay. It was not effective initially, but it landed fortuitously in the hands of Hopwood, who went with the hand pass across here to the brilliant Swatata. Brilliant with his kicking, and that is superb. And he finds one of the Gowans boys. Who does he turn around? I'll tell you who. James, you reckon? I was going by the haircut, not the number. And James Gowans. What's it like playing with the Gowans boys, Tim, and playing against them? And you've done both.
Either way, Doug, you probably end up with a couple of scratches and bites whether you're playing with or against them. But James line up for probably his 5th or 4th goal today. He slotted that one through, but they've worked pretty hard again today, and like Darryl Hicks said at half-time, their work rate's just phenomenal.
Certainly is. That's his 3rd, actually, Tim. 3 goals, 1. And yet he's had a relatively quiet day by his standards. Chris Gowans has had a swag of possessions as we check the Beechwood home scoreboard again from Glenelg as it gets a little bit darker down here at the Bay. Central's 20 goals, 11, 131. Leading Glenelg, 6 goals, 5, 41. Let's take you around the grounds again. National Wireless two-way radio bringing us these reports. And at Richmond, Ian Bone.
About 7 minutes into the last quarter here, and a couple of quick goals to West Adelaide has made it a 1-point ball game. Norwood 13-12-90, only 1 point ahead of Westies, 14-5-89. Here's Mike Arns at Woodville. 9.5 minutes into the last quarter, we have South Adelaide 10 goals, 4-64, leading the Eagles 8 goals, 7-55. Back to the Glenelg Oval.
And back here, the action is deep on the forward line here for the Bays. It's about 40 metres out from goal. There is a bounce up. Big Scotter got the tap out. It's all locked up again. I think the umpy's going to bounce it. No, he's not. There's a snapshot for goal here by the Bays. Comes off hands. Allison chases after the ball. But off to hide. You've got to give credit there. The boy has worn him like a glove, hasn't he?
Played a very good game, Cookie, and off to hide, and also Zibanalo, pretty lethal duo down back.
Yeah, they do it pretty well, those two boys, and both of them are quite quick for tall men and run the ball out of defence well.
Golding up against Schuller, comes to the back of the pack. Bode picks it up as a snapshot. A goal's going to bounce through. Oh, great goal there by Matty Bode. And he has persisted the whole game. Takes them on to Glenelg. 7 goals, 5, 48. Central Districts just waiting there. 20 goals, 11, 131. and Cookie, Matty Bode, you'd have to be pushing for selection with the Crows next week.
Yeah, particularly if they have another bad day tomorrow at Subiaco. Let's hope they don't. But Bodie's been just a workhorse for Glenelg today, and it was a good little Rovers goal on the left foot.
So the action back in the centre of the ground. The Beechwood Homes match of the day. And, well, we still reckon at this stage it might be Manfield who's got the Paradise Community Church mark of the day as Colford gets the ball onto his left foot. He's worked hard too, as he usually does. Oh, there's a specky taken there by Shell. He sort of did it by himself, and I think he almost seemed to lose his balance in the air, and almost uncontested took a good mark. Got it across here to Krieg, who's worked hard across half back. Brings it down towards half forward. It bounces out of the chest of Slade, and there's going to be a throw in. Midway between half forward and the wing, on the grandstand side, just down from our broadcast point, as Sujay Cook and Matty Slade just say happy Easter to each other. Boundary umpire with the ball. Oh, I can read their lips. There's the throw in. Big Schooler. Goodness, he does a lot of good, hard work. Gets the ball in towards centre half as he grabbed it then and sunk the slipper into it. Across that defensive 50-metre line. Nicholas got the hand pass away. Across to Vlatko, who's been pretty promising in defence. A hand pass from Neely. Got it across to Panozzo. There's his pass now out there in the direction of Allison. And you're right, Ofterhide showing a lot of toe. Stayed with Allison then, and Ofterhide still running down the ground. Overran the ball though. Panozzo runs around him. And on the outer side of the ground, names like Panozzo and Ofterhide. It is multicultural, this game. Brings it in towards centre half forward, and Backwell has taken a good strong mark, probably closer to the wing than centre half forward, but the little bloke has got the mark.
Backwell goes in long with a kick to Sherwood, got away from his opponent there at Shell, and Sherwood is going to have a shot on goal. He'll be kicking from about 50 metres out. He's going to the city end, if there is such a thing here at Glenelg Oval, and Sherwood, who has been moved from the full-back position, gone up forward and been a lively player across half forward, be having a shot on goal. Sherwood now, normally a pretty good kick of the footy, kicks right on 50. That's a floating kick. Will it float? Get lobs in the goal square, comes out to Marnie, tries to have a fresh air shot, misses the ball completely. Ball comes to the ground, and the umpire is going to come in and bounce it down right up against the point post in the forward pocket for Glenelg. And got the players down there. Manfielders back onto the ground. Also Griffiths down in the goal square. Ball is bounced up, comes out now towards the player there in Gowans. He can't take it. Play-ons are cool. Switala picks the ball up, looks there for Matty Slade, good spoil at the back there by Statham, comes out there to Billy Neely, and he handballs it straight over the boundary line, went for touch, had the Centrals players coming at him, had nothing else to do with the footy there, and the umpire said throw the ball in, right in front of the cricket club, 60 metres round from the Glenelg goal. Umpire throws the ball in. Golding gets the ball down to Sujay Cook. Back over to Golding. Golding handballs it over there to Marnie. Been a bit quieter today as he sees the ball out of play once again. Right on the 50-metre forward line for Glenelg. And Doug, right in front of the pie cart. Wouldn't a nice pie with sauce go down nicely now?
It certainly would. In fact, no, it's still open. I thought for a moment it had closed. Actually, it would go down well, Grant, and if you really feel you have to have it, off you go. As there's the kick from Marnie, the left foot kick. But it just sort of swung around in the goal face, and a good defensive mark taken here by Daniel Shell. He plays on, goes for the hand pass, gets it across here to Paul Thomas. Wonderful defender, beautiful skills out towards the wing position he goes. It's taken here by the player in Ware. There he goes.
Oh.
And it's a shocker of a kick. He might have been legged as he kicked it. No, he wasn't. Play on calls the umpire. Now it's taken by Cochrane. He went with a big long hand pass, gets it out here to his teammate. Kicks with the left foot. It's one of the Gowans boys. It's almost a Mark II Centrals, but coming through from defence there for the Bays is Vlatko out towards the half-back line, and a good solid mark is taken out there by the boy on the half-back flank.
Manfield. It
is Manfield. Is it a long way? He'd been playing up forward most of the day. He gets it across to Bode. He took the mark and plays on immediately, and Statham now brings it down towards the wing, taken by big Matty Golding. Oh, elusive skills. I tell you what, Phil Smythe would be impressed with that, the way he just sort of balked and twisted and turned. Not saying he's going to play with the 36ers, but he brings it in towards the centre of the ground, and the mark taken here by Colpert. Got it across to Moore, and another mark taken by Manfield.
Manfield now right on the 50-metre line, but he's deep in the pocket, plays on quickly, comes inboard to Neely, and Neely takes the mark 45 metres out, just about directly in front of goal. And Cookie, been one of his quieter games today, but still picked up a bit of the footy.
Still been pretty effective, and good to see Manfield, unlike your good self, Cough, passed off within 70 metres. And also mention your pre-game diet obviously hadn't changed. Usually see you with a couple of meat pies before a game.
As nearly now from 45, he's normally a thumping kick. That is a good-looking kick. The goal umpire has not moved. Well, he's moved from left to right in the middle of the goals, and that is a great goal there to Nearly. A much-needed one for Glenelg. Takes him to 8 goals, 553. Central District's 20 goals, 11, and that is 111, is it? 131. We dropped off 131 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. Stats with Paul Blandis.
Yes, Billy nearly up to 21 disposals today.
Thank you, Paul, as we take you around the grounds again for National Wireless two-way radio station sponsors. And first up, here's Ian Bone at Richmond.
Certainly got a game on our hands here, 1 point the difference. I'm not sure. I think it's around, it's either the 13 or the 15-minute mark. The electronic time clock is missing a few digits here, but Norwood 13-13-91. 1 point ahead of West is 14-6-90. Here's Mike Arms at Woodville. The 16-minute mark of the last quarter, and South are slowly kicking away there. 12 goals, 476, leading the Eagles 8 goals, 957. Let's go back to Glenelg Oval.
Well, back here, I'd love to say that last one's a beautiful score for all the South supporters, of course, but the Eagles, they certainly look pretty good on paper too. So it's going to be a great competition this year as Luke Cowan has a shot for goal for Central District from 40 metres out. And in this case, the goal umpire does move by simply putting his head up in the air and watching the ball sail straight over it. And that will be Luke Cowan's first goal for the afternoon. He's been relatively quiet. But Central District now 21 goals, 11, 137, leading Glenelg, 8 goals, 553. Paul Blandis with more stats.
Yes, Chris Gowan's a game high, 24 disposals.
Okay, the action about to get underway once again. If you're an umpire here today, Tim, I want you to keep this in mind. You've got to give your 3, 2 and 1 at the end of the game. Not easy, is it?
Not real easy, just on Cowan there, Doug. Probably underrated at Central Districts. Could play pretty handy both ends of the ground, and good goal there.
Arnold up against Golding the ruck, comes down to Bello. He gets a quick kick forward to centre half forward, comes out there to mighty Matthew Slade, picks up the ball, walks around one player, gets a handball forward now to that man Cowan again. He's just kicked one, will he kick two? Kick to the goal square, good thump away there by Miller, comes out towards the pocket there. Vlatko goes in after it, tries to get the ball out of play, and does so as he's wrapped up in the tackle there by Chris Gowans, and Ty Allen just waiting to come back on for Glenelg. We've travelled about 15 minutes in this last quarter. Central District's 21 goals, 11, 137. Glenelg 8 goals, 553 as the umpire throws the ball in. Nicholas gets the thump down, comes out to the player there, his teammate who's wrapped up in the tackle. It looks like Billy Neely, and it is Billy Neely, and he is 40 metres out from the Central District's goal. And Doug, Central District's obviously going to win this comfortably today, and Glenelg off to a 11-2 start.
I would say Glenelg would be very disappointed with today. I guess realistically you'd expect Centrals to win the game in one sense, unless you're a really die-hard Glenelg supporter. But to lose by this margin is very, very disappointing. The margin at the moment is 84 points in favour of Central District. Out of bounds once again. We'll go around the grounds a little more frequently now because of the closeness in the other matches. First of all at Richmond Oval, Ian Bone.
Yeah, close one out here, 3 points of difference. Norwood 13-15-93, leading West 14-6-90. Here's Mike Arms at Woodville. We're at the 19-minute mark of the last quarter. The South Adelaide 13-4-82, leading the Eagles 8-9-57. Let's go back to Glenelg Oval.
I make the Eagles kicking something like 5 behinds in the second half so far, so it's been a dismal performance by the Eagles after half-time, but that's football for you. This time it's the Bays going forward. Let's see if they can manufacture something here. They can't, because Daniel Shellers down there in that last line of defence. There's a hand pass that came out, and big Damien Arnold took the mark. Gets it across here to Sivanata, or is that Thomas? It is Thomas. Both have got fairish hair. But Sivanata admittedly is a little bit taller. Thomas, with those beautiful skills of his, kicks the ball down towards half-back, and it's gone across the line after it was thumped over by a pack of players. So Central District 21-11, 137, leading the Bays 8-5-53. We've played 22 minutes of the final quarter.
Golding gave the free kick away, came out to Chris Gowans. The advantage was play on, kicked the ball long towards Cowan, and Cowan couldn't take the mark, and the ball hits the ground. Players going after it, and umpire Tim Pfeiffer is going to come in once again on the half-forward flank for Central Districts and throw this ball up Up the ball goes. Cowan gets a tap forward out there to Bello. Oh, great work there by Bello. Turned a couple of players inside out. Goes in there towards Prokopek, the first cousin of Luke. He hit the ground. Comes out there towards Hardwick. Hardwick crosses the ground in front of the scoreboard there to the captain there and Moore. Moore over the top of the kick to find Nearly. So Nearly starting to rack up a few touches. Nearly now goes in there towards Manfield. Manfield needs a push across. Takes a mark on the wing position out of the side of the ground. Kicks long with a kick. Looking there for Marnie. It's a poor kick though. He's gone to no one in particular. And the boundary line has one out, and there is going to be a throw-in 45 metres around from the Glenelg goal, deep in the last quarter. 20 minutes have gone in the last quarter. Central District's 21 goals, 11, 137. Glenelg 8 goals, 553 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. As the umpire throws the ball in front of the practice wicket area here at Glenelg. Players going after the ball. Hayes in there for Central Districts. Wearing the white boots today, Doug, and no doubt you would have worn white boots in your heyday, Doug. I did, actually. I was a medium-pace bowler when I used to wear them. As the action right now, and a fairly useful lower-order batsman too, I might add. No doubt about that. Yes. OK, we'll go around the grounds once again because they are close ones for National Wireless two-way radio. First of all at Richmond, Ian Bone.
Yeah, it's still a close one here at Richmond. We've seen Westies hit the front. Luke Norman's just had a shot for goal and just kicked the minor score. So Westies are now 15-7-97, and they're 4 points ahead of Norwood. I think it's 13-15-93. Here's Mark Hunt at Woodville. 22 minutes gone in the last quarter, and Ellis is lining up to kick. Oh, he hasn't kicked it. The Eagles haven't kicked a goal since half time. They've stuck on 8 goals 8 goals 11 now, 59, and South Adelaide are 13 for 82. Let's go back to the Bay.
Well, back here at the Bay, we saw Elijah Ware race it and kick another goal. That's his third for the afternoon. That's his fourth for the afternoon. I better write that one down. So that's been a marvellous performance there by the youngster, recruited from in the Port Pirie area, where there's been quite a few lads who've come down. Mark Bickley, probably the best known, but there's been a few others too. Brody Atkinson and Paul Arnold and Big Damien Arnold, of course. But Elijah Ware this time has put it through. And Central's now 22 goals, 11, 143. Glenelg 8-5, 53. David Tiller knew how to play footy, and he was from up there too. So, and I probably left out one or two. Andrew Rogers was another. So
your old stomping ground, Doug.
Yeah,
Doug Oakley, another one.
No. I was. I'd like to talk about that one day. It won't take long.
As Cook goes long towards centre half forward, looking there for Allison. Shell gets in front, ball comes to ground, off to Hyde, handballs over there to Hay, the man in the white boots. Boots turns his player inside out, comes grandstand side looking there for off to Hyde. Been one of Central's better players down back today. Takes a good saving mark on his defensive 50. Just holding up play. Central Districts have got plenty of time here. Goes into the centre of the ground looking there for Thomas. The ball bounces once. In comes Vlatko. None of the Central's players wanted it. Goes in short and finds a player there in Allison. And Allison takes the mark 40 metres out directly in front. Distance won't be a concern, and Allison, who is yet to get on the scoreboard today as far as goals go, does need this goal. And Allison just holding up play there.
At last report, and we'll be going to Ian Bone again soon, but as we know, West Adelaide were in front by 4 points. They'd hit the lead, and South Adelaide with what it would seem to be a reasonably comfortable lead of about 4 goals over the Eagles in the dying minutes of those matches. There's the shot for goal as he put it through, Grant.
He has, Doug. All clear.
So there we have it. Allison kicking a goal here for the Glenelg team. That's his first goal for the afternoon. It's been fairly quiet, been well held. That's probably the better way to put it. Central's 22 goals, 11, 143. They are leading Glenelg 9-5, 59. Let's go to our stats man, Paul Blandis.
Yes, in fact, he's being very tightly held. Only 4 disposals today, 1 goal, 1.
Good on you, Paul. Let's get a special comment from Tim Cook, dying minutes of the game. What do you do here, Tim? Do you just sort of play out time or what?
I still think it's important that Glenelg keep sticking to their game plan, and particularly for Allison, he's had limited opportunities. Anything that comes his way, he still needs to make the most of them.
We'll go around the grounds again right now for the real close ones. The action is underway here again, but first of all, at Richmond, here's Ian Bone.
22 minutes into the last quarter and still anybody's game under a kick in it. Westies 15-8-98, 5 points ahead of Norwood 13-15-93. And here's Mike Arnold for Woodville. Yeah, we're at the 25-minute mark of the last quarter and the fat lady is gargling. South Adelaide 13-4-82, Eagles 8-11-59. Let's go back to the Bay.
Probably salt water. Gargling. Well, good on your bike, yeah. So the action back here with Glenelg, and Simon Nicholas has got the kick there in the centre of the ground, the left foot. He's been all right today. He normally is too. And he drops the ball here into the hands of a teammate on the outer side of the ground in Matty Bode. Matty Bode now, I don't think there's much doubt, in my opinion anyway, he's been the outstanding player for the Bays today, although you may differ there, Grant. And he finds big Matty Golding now, 50 metres out from goal.
24 disposals to Matthew Bode and 2 goals.
Been a very good player, Doug, and both weeks in losing sides for Glenelg, been one of their better players, and surely must be playing himself in the calculation for recall, as Golding now be having a shot on goal from about 48 metres out. It's a good looking kick from the big fella. Will it go through? It's drifted off to the right hand side for a behind, so it's another behind to Glenelg. Takes him to 9 goals 60. Central District's 22 goals 11, 143 on the Beechwood home scoreboard. As off to Hyde, kicks the ball in over there to Hopwood. Hopwood handballs it over there to Symes. Symes goes long with a kick. Oh, that's a good mark there by Cochrane in front. Plays on quickly. Central Districts, the ball now with Ware. Ware comes in the centre of the ground where he's got James Gowns. Handballs over to Symes. Back over to Symes. Went to James Gowns in the 1-2. Symes with a little kick. Oh, Prokopek dropped one. They're going to pay it.
Either it could have been a free. Or he may. What do you think, Tim? Your eyes were on that one.
Definitely paid the mark. Well held by Prokopek and just knocked out at the end there, Doug.
So Prokopek now kick 5, the first cousin of Luke, and no doubt many other cousins in the family as well. But Nicholas Prokopek will cap off a fairy tale first game by the big fella in his first game. First of many, no doubt, for Central Districts. Won the McGarry Medal in the reserves last year. Coming in now for number 6. It's a good-looking kick. He's pretty happy with it as it's gone straight through the middle there for Central Districts. Number 6 for Prokopek. Central Districts, 23 goals, 11, 149. Glenelg, 9 goals, 660 on the Pitman. It's the Beechwood Homes scoreboard.
It is too. We certainly thank Pitmans, but Beechwood Homes this year will go around the grounds again for station sponsors National Wireless 2-Way Radio. The close one is down at Richmond, and here's Ian Bone.
Close to the 25 minutes.